Ta-da. Hello everyone, welcome to the fifth and final Rise from Ruin stream. Dev stream, that is, in this case. I'm Thomas Schouten, senior designer at this point at Triumph Studios. I'm joined today by Alex.
Yeah, sup guys? I am a 2D artist here. I do a bunch of concept art, illustrations, UI stuff.
You're actually 3D though.
Am I?
Yeah, currently.
Oh yeah, I'm mouse right now. I broke my thumb so I can't draw, so I've been mousing it up.
2D but one hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today we're gonna obviously continue our game. We're gonna hopefully end the realm nicely. And as a treat, if we manage to end this pretty quickly, because we are pretty close to the end, we're gonna have a look at some of the concept art stuff and talk about it, and talk through the process, because it's fun to do, and it would be fun to see what people think about it. In general, if you have any questions, art-related stuff in this case in particular, would be good to ask Alex.
Yep.
Because you're mostly responsible for like the art direction and such for this.
Yeah, I had a pretty big hand in this one, especially around the nomad culture and a bunch of the wildlife units. So if you have want to chat or have any questions, hit me up.
Yeah, exactly. And other than that, we'll play the game. And in general, as always, if you have questions or fun stuff to share, feel free, and we'll see what we can respond to and not. Let us begin. So last time we left off having excavated one of the what do they call these regions again? Fated regions, that's the word. I keep messing up the name with story regions and that sort of stuff, and that's not the correct term. The fated regions. We excavated the ruined city down below, went to the fractured tower, fought some evil wizards and stuff, and we killed them. We have taken over this one, which means we are close to victory. We have 2 out of 3 of the artifacts that we need. There are 2 more we want to go take, which is either we're going to take the one on the battlefield up here, or the one in the... what is this one called again? What, the Volatile Fractures. So we go up here to the Ward of Fates. This one, we know is at the final stage already. We could go towards the hole and fight the final battle. However, we're going to probably do this one, because I know for the fact you fight some more stuff in this, and we can show some of the new units there that we haven't seen yet, and fight them in combat. The other thing, just as a summary of where we came from, we started our journey over here in this little valley, where we harvested the nodes we had in our reach, founded a new city in the ruins over here, and our second city quickly harvested the terrain around it. That one then went down south to eat a bit more there, grabbed for Bannerless Keep. And our main city went up north, where we tried to grab this battleground keep. We did not succeed in that, unfortunately. The vampire was first. But we ate the nodes around it, as you can see by the little damaged nodes over there, and snuck in between to eat this terrain up here. After which the Cataclysm came in, we fled down underground, ate this whole domain, went down here to the lava lakes, which was the worst settlement location in existence. It's a terrible time. And our second city went over here as well. And, of course, we went down south to go destroy the worm. We killed Shahulud, took his stuff, and we are eating this territory right now. And our main city is probably going to move over to support the rest of us. So we're probably going to go move it up here, just as a supporting feature for taking the final zone. Because we're going to go all in at this point and try and just make sure that we win this.
Oh yeah.
Which we should be able to do, because the other rulers have been pretty occupied with each other and haven't really bothered with us. Which should be good news for us. You're going to use an auto-explore for the moment. And we're going to... I think we have to group everyone up. We can clear this zone out and get some XP. So let's just get that done. Let's just have them harvest this.
Maybe I'll read some questions from chat as you clear. Yeah. Where do I start? Is your last name actually out? Yes, that is real.
Is it like Belgian?
No, it's Dutch. I don't know where it came from, honestly.
I guess it's just old Dutch.
I guess.
I guess.
I always have to specify it's a T and not a D, which is great.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, art-related stuff. Art-wise, you avoided using mummies in this, even though it could be very fitting with the theme. How come? That's not entirely true. We did weave some mummy aesthetics into the fractured units. There's fractured...
the Invoker has that.
Yes, the fractured Evoker has this kind of mummy aesthetic going. And you can actually also get the outfit that he wears for your ruler. So that plus the Ancients from Arkham Prophecy are like super mummy coded. So we did try to actually get it in for that.
Yeah, we have a bit of it. It's also partially because the last culture we did was the Architects, and Architects had the not Egyptian aesthetic as much, but they did have hints of it in the sense of like their wonder building, pyramids, that sort of stuff.
Yes, it's very tangential, right?
Yeah, you don't want to like double dip's not the right word, but you don't want to double down on that same aesthetic twice in a row if you can avoid it. What do we have here again? I never used this. Master.
Else.
Yeah, why not? Sure, master. Master of the universe. Swing charge. Yeah, why not?
Let's see. How does the 2D team manage to keep a consistent style across releases? I think that very much has to do with the team. I mean, it's relatively small, right? So we're very much used to kind of adjusting our style towards each other. And yeah, it's kind of hard to explain in art terms, I think, but...
I mean, there's a really big old art board that is everything is kept on, right?
Yeah, I mean, we always communicate and we tend to paint over each other's stuff a lot, back and forth. So because it's all very collaborative, it kind of homogenizes together to the style. So, yeah.
I like the abstract mech as a special icon for the overharvested magic material nodes. Yeah, it's really nice to have that detail. There's a lot of work done by, I think, Ella primarily did a lot of the UI work for this. Ella's really good at just looking at the UI, what do you need to see, is comfortable. So she does stuff like the icons for this and the visual style for this. So it's nice that she made it very clear, for example, like the nodes have a different icon than the magic material, so you can tell, okay, that's what's taken from there, which is really nice.
Yeah, she puts a lot of love into the UI.
Yeah, the city UI updates, so for example, like where the buttons show up, that sort of stuff, is also all her doing. Yep. The essences breakdown, this was also her design in the end. I did first version, I had them just like lined up in like a card deck, you know, like just like laid out, and that worked on the original version. Because on the original version of the essence design, they were only going to be taken from magic materials and from wonders, which meant the total amount was way lower. Yeah, and that worked fine.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, and then it was like, well, to make this work nicely, we have to change it, and it's a significantly different experience. I think we're gonna stack our best army up with our ruler. There we go. You go in there. Actually, it's not our best army. Pyromancer can go. We don't need him. Actually, we're gonna delete the 2 Pyromancers. We're gonna take the bow and the warrior. This is a pretty good army setup, I think.
Can we get the Warlord outfit in Pantheon? I think it is.
No, actually, it's not apparently. So. Part of it is used, but the actual plate apparently isn't in, which is a shame. We should. I would like to see if we can look into that.
Yeah, I thought we did add.
Yeah, I was convinced of it as well. And
part of the outfit, I think, is in.
And then I got told like, no.
No, okay, well.
It's like, So it would be nice to do, but as always, we don't know what we have capacity for or time for. But it would be nice to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
In general, just more options is cool. So we're gonna just harvest these a little bit. This is a little cheeky breeky, we don't really need to do this, but we're doing it anyway, because resources are nice.
More's better.
Yeah, we're gonna probably lose a unit here, because I'm auto-dissolving with less of them. Ah, we're fine.
Hell no. Too good.
Perfectly fine. Alright, and then our ruler is gonna start get moving. Can we make him a super knife? What does he actually use right now? Oh, right, we already made him a super knife, he's all good. Our rabbit lord.
Yeah.
With his murder knife, he's perfect.
Looking very wholesome.
Exactly. And then we have Guinevere and Zamin the Cleaver. They can just keep moving. These other heroes, they're a bit... They don't need to really be here. I think this one's gonna... Nah, we're just gonna keep them together for now. We're going all in anyway. Monolith... No, we don't need mana at the moment. We're perfectly fine. The Eerie would be nice. I mean, I would like to have some Wyverns, but... Let's just fix our happiness for now. And then we see what we can do. We're really like steaming towards the end on this one. Like we definitely got like way ahead on resources. We're doing good. We're playing on the latest version, by the way. We're playing on, I think, as far as I've been told, this is 1.1, which is the one that's not the update that's not out yet even. So hopefully everything goes well. But as always, if it crashes, it wasn't us.
It is what it is.
So, it is what it is. It can happen, of course, but hopefully it does not.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
Surely it won't be as cursed as the Thrones of Blood playthrough.
Thrones of Blood we had a rough time.
That was something.
We got so unlucky. We ran into like every issue we possibly could. Which, you know, I think the gods we fixed most of it, but
at least we're not like that much bound to spawns of wonders this time, because we just know that the big events are on the map and we're gonna go to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I have an Obsidian Dragon. I don't have the infusion skill yet, so I can't give them power. Province struck by the Cataclysm are gonna become visible. 2 down here. All right. Well, it's a good thing we're leaving. Speaking of which, are we ready to leave already? We are actually. Do I have a position lined up? That's the question. Where can we go? Down here, actually. But I think we're gonna just make the Throne City take the long trek to go boost our final push.
Yeah.
Because we're just gonna, you know, send it. Actually, we should let's finish these units first. Can I hurry them? I can. I can just afford to hurry both, and then we pack up.
Then we pack up.
Boop. I don't have instant pack-up speed. Tragic.
We're gonna lay siege on the fractured.
Yes, we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna go fight that stuff. Nice job, Shadow. Alex says, Art considered updating the visuals of some of the older units in the game. I don't know if you would know that for sure, but
I mean, when there are reworks for the cultures, we tend to take a look through the cultures that are being updated, right? And
yeah,
if there's, for example, new subcultures, we add different visuals. But beyond that, I'm not sure.
It's generally, if we update a culture, we try to make sure that we update the visuals a little bit if needed.
Yes.
But as for in general, our team is actually relatively small. You might be surprised considering the amount of stuff we have.
Yeah.
It's just that people are ridiculously productive for some reason. Because we have 3 character artists or 2?
At the moment, we have 2.
Yeah, 2. So it's kind of insane the amount of stuff that needs to be made for 2 people.
Yeah.
So hence why sometimes there is some stuff like, if you compare it to like other like bigger games, sometimes people are like, well, why is this hard to do? Like having this extra item in here or whatever. It's not that it's hard to do; it's that it does take time. And unfortunately, we are just a fairly small team.
Yep.
We don't make an incredible amount. Well, we do perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
it's
we
not
have to
like
pick
we.
The battles, right?
Yeah, we don't have like the budget to just do whatever.
I wish. I wish, man.
That'd be good. Would be very nice to just throw shit in there when we want to. Let's see. Alright, the rabbit, he was my support. He needs to go up with us. This one's gonna go with us. I think... What do we do?
What was the hardest art project you had to work on for the game?
Most difficult thing. I mean,
I think the nomad culture actually was one of the more difficult ones. Specifically because we wanted to have a Middle Eastern inspired culture, but not literally.
Yeah.
So we had to find kind of a middle ground with our own aesthetic and our own, what are our nomads. So that took a bunch of searching back and forth between like, how true we wanted to state certain cultures and what we wanted to mix. Eventually we ended up making a split between the subcultures, between the raiders, the conquerors, right, and the scavengers.
Yeah.
So the conquerors and the raiders are visually kind of like the pirates on the ship, and the scavengers are a bit more post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I mean, we go into it in like the art diary, which is the one that comes out today, as far as I know. But also, like we can talk about it a bit more later. But I think I should be able to show this real quick. Ta-da! You can see these are some early concepts of the culture. We were
full screen it.
As you can see here, like it's much more Middle Eastern vibes early on, and more the classic Arabian Nights stuff.
Yeah.
And or Bedouin, and it's a bit Tibetan, almost like a monk.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of went wide. We cast a big net, right?
Yeah, it was a really big net, and then we were like, well, they need to kind of work as sort of raiders, more as like almost a piratey vibe, and both the desert vibe. So that's why it got narrowed down a bit. And you can see that in the units as they turned out in the end.
Yeah, I think especially it kind of started coming together when we thought of how the nomads would move and travel, right? Because the first thought that kind of came to mind was have a sort of a caravan or more traditional tents which are packed up with camels and they travel. But at some point we landed on the idea of like having maybe like a ship, like a sand ship, right? Which parts would then be reused to be the tent camp. So that kind of married the two ideas, right? And from there we kind of started rolling with the visual design. So.
Exactly. Did that guy have a staff and a whip? I did not pay attention. I'm very sorry. I don't think so. I don't think that's a weapon set we've made, but maybe. Who came up with the shovel halberd design? I take credit on that one.
Wasn't it just a collaborative thing? I remember us talking about this.
I think so. It was basically the thing of like it needs to be able to do this, and I think the final version, like strapping it together, definitely was a. I don't actually know what came up in the end, but it was basically a requirement on the unit. It needs to be able to dig something up.
Yeah.
And then I think from that we just decided we could put it in the pole armor.
I think it was literally like it needs to stab and dig things up, and we just went.
Yeah, exactly.
Smacked it together.
It was actually very rickety looking in the first version.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the concept for that. We can see in a minute. But first, we must do narrative things. Yes. Would you like to attempt voice acting, or should I do
Me?
it?
Oh fuck yeah.
You can attempt it. Go for it.
Okay. Where do I start? Does it start?
You can try and read the thing. Go for it.
Or do we do like a voice?
You do the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah,
okay.
as you feel.
Okay. On this hill, the lonely ghost of a lieutenant lingers. As your troops approach, he starts to mumble. We were positioning all battalions on these hills. He speaks with a still voice, ready to descend upon the unmakers, but too late. The stare of the man intensifies. In a flash of teal lightning, the city and all its surroundings became torn apart, torn within. We all perished in the fracturing, but it was not the end. The will of our warlord holds us captive. The lieutenant ends his tale. We are hapless ghosts, forever chained to a lost purpose.
We shall see. I think we're gonna go fight them. So we shall teach you to obey the commands of your warlord beyond death. We're gonna go fight the lieutenant's ghost.
Yeah, beat him into submission.
We can attempt to just, put Imperium in it, which is fun, but I want to fight them.
Yes.
Let's do this on the field. I want to see the map. I don't know where we are fighting, but I want to see some combat.
Yes.
More wolf heads. That would be cool. I would love that.
Yeah.
Screaming at the meeting, put a shovel on it, make it dig.
Well, that's essentially what happened.
That's pretty much, yeah. Ironically. That is kind of how it goes sometimes. Well, I mean, no, we're not that formal in general. So it does kind of sometimes get that vibe where it's just like, please make it do this thing.
What do you mean? It's all professional.
It's very professional.
Business.
I mean, I'm fairly certain when we were talking about the forms, it was Tom at one point going like, make them bunnies. I want killer bunnies. And that was just in the meeting, and I was sitting on the other side of the table because I'm on my desk is opposite of Tom's. And I just heard that in the meeting. I was like, I know exactly what this is about. I know what they're talking about right now. Which is very funny. So the land ship is so big. It's a big boy.
Humongous.
So this is the, I think this is the mountain pass map, but
yeah,
it's different. It's nice. Oh wait, it's one of the alternative versions, I think.
Yeah, looks great.
I so rarely get this one. It's cool. So we're gonna send our assassin hero in, and we're gonna see if he can just fucking solo them, because he might be able to. He's not quite fast enough. But that's okay. We're gonna just group up and murder them. Our warlords, how does these work again? Right, you can buff tier 1s and 2s, which we only have... Oh, we actually have a few. Right, I just disarm me. That's good. You're gonna move up so that you're in position to go command next turn. And you... Where do I put you? Right, we can move through each other. Perfect. I always take fleet-foot these days so you can move through each other. Or light-footed, I think it's called. Light-footed? Light-footed, yes. It's my favorite trait. Because you can move through your allied units.
Oh, yeah,
it's so nice to have.
It saves you a lot of headache.
it makes it so much easier. Bolstered defense, resistance, retaliation attack. So I can't buff our leader, obviously, but if we buff these guys, they're tanks. So I think we might just do that. Can I give them strength? Yeah, I can strength and fortune. You know what? Let's do that. I cannot see the animation because they're behind the tank, unfortunately. I assumed that they pointed and it looked very cool. Alright, next turn we can cannon them. For now, we wait. Come at us. I just noticed I felt it was... What the hell? It was bread for war instead of bread. That is pretty funny. Tom Bird's petulant, whimsical demands are presumed exactly why he directs the game. Not entirely. He's also just actually competent at his job.
It's like an 80-20 kind of thing.
Yeah, you might get the vibe that this man is very chaotic, but he's actually quite good at, in general, at like restricting himself and what we can do. But he does have the things he enjoys, and he's very much he knows what he wants, and what he thinks is fun.
Bunnies.
Yeah, exactly. And in this case, I think he's correct. Bunnies are cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, thematically, they also pair so well with the a culture that moves, right? It's like
exactly. What are these weak to again? Because there's our ghosts. Spirit. I cannot load it with spirit guns. I cannot load my guns with spirit. This is tragic. Bleeding. So I think we put the Sundered ammo in. So where's because this is the shredded one. Incendiary. Sundering. Yeah, that's sundered them. Alright. Load the cannon.
Fire!
I love the little like load animation it does. And then we just go.
Fire!
Bam! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
I still love that unit. I don't get to use it enough, so I'm using my opportunity now to do it. I should have done this first. Because that debuffs both of them. Shank them. These do actually less damage than I thought they would. That's okay. They don't even crit. This is tragic. There we go, now they crit. Alright, the Warlords. I think the Warlord's gonna go in with our, here. I think they're gonna get these guys, because it knocks them out of defense mode. Which means we do more damage. So, you go in first. Bong. And they crit as well.
Yeah, nice
Perfect.
crit.
And then, our leader's gonna go in as well. Our feeler's leader. Who cancels defense mode with attacks as well, because I built him that way. So, yeet. I will never skip the knife throw animation, it's way too funny to me. It pleases me too much. I can give them the size of the command. Perfect. Alright, Warlord. Get in there. Perfect. They are dead. And you may strike them again. What? I like me big axes. Big axes are cool. You guys go in, and I think we just shield our allies. Well, actually, I can give this to them. Give it to the ruler. Boop. And then we defend. Very good. End of turn. I can use buffs, but we don't need to. This battle should be pretty easy to win, so. Can Tome of the Dreadnought have an Ascension trait allowing for Call a Bombard? Like, the Tome that makes the Ascension trait Call a Abyss battle. It absolutely could. I'd have to, like, manually do that. I don't know if it's something I could easily do. It would be cool. It's absolutely possible, but it would be easy to mod in, because you just take the same trait and you link to the other unit. So we got a huge buff because of our... we have the Fracture transformation, so we get lots of power whenever they hit us with magic.
Oh yeah. Slurp it all up.
Our leader is getting poked a lot. This is rude. They should stop that at once. It's okay, we can get him. Tactical troll. Alex, what unit in the game that you worked on are you most proud of? Like what? I'm assuming that means just what concept you're most proud of specifically.
That's a good question.
My armor rest is not on the right height. It will do. Loud on the mic.
I'm gonna think on that for a second.
Boop. Teleport them to the same spot. Just stay where you are, actually. Command attack. Heal. I'll just bolster them, why not? And you can just move. Oh right, they can't pick up. Wait! Oh, I never took the loot bags enchantment. Oops. I never buffed them with this. Oopsie daisy. Oh wait. Or are they not affected? They should be. As far as I know, culture enchantment should affect mythics, so if that's not working, that is my fault. I need to fix that immediately.
Shouldn't have said it was a new build.
I mean, it is.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I think my favorite unit was probably my first, which was the... I forgot his name, but it's like the Cursed Frostblade from Ways of War.
Oh, the snake.
No, it's the guy with the mouth
yeah,
for his stomach. And the bucket, like the reed hat. That was the first I did, yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good one, to be honest.
Thanks. Love the sandworms.
There we
yeah,
go.
the sandworms are super cool.
We have some actual... that's the one we have actually some of the concepts for.
Oh yeah, true.
Which we should be able to show in a bit. First, we're gonna go murder people.
Holy damage. Sure, that's a knife and it's not like spring-loaded.
No, this is this knife is actually explosive. Look at that. It actually lit the wall on fire.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, we have like a really built-out ruler here, and unfortunately for them as well, they did not really stop us on this one. So he's just maxed out. He will do fine.
Yeah, Media Wolf, it was the Accursed Blade. Yeah.
The Cursed Blade, that's the one, yes.
That's the one.
The bombards are underused. Yeah, I'd agree. As the person that wanted them really badly, because when I made the tome, they only show up in one place. They should show up in more places, for sure.
Is there any themes you would like to explore in the future?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Do you have like any that you would think are cool?
Is this like a personal taste kind of
thing?
Yeah,
just personal taste. You don't have to, you're not bound to anything.
Demons.
More demons.
I like demons, yeah, more demons.
That's fair. Oh my goodness.
Can't ever have enough.
Alright. The time has come to throw the nuclear knife. I love that for the cast they also roll.
Just to show off.
Wait, can I? Okay, throw the nuclear knife.
Oh my.
Yeet!
166.
3 people with 1 knife.
That's messed up.
I mean, this rabbit is incredible. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
Okay. That's very real.
Lich them. Oh, what about both? Can we have a demon lich? That'd be
These
cool.
bastards, they're gonna get in our way, aren't they? A demon lich would be cool, actually. I like just more. I mean, I in general love anything with constructs. I'm gonna actually block this. I don't want them to come up here.
Also super cool. Yeah.
Constructs are really cool. I know people expect me to say more dragons, but actually, I mean, yeah, no, never mind.
I mean, you're wearing the scarf.
Yeah, it's true. It's a stereotype that is valid, unfortunately. I don't think we need to do too much. Get the institute. I should probably have built it ages ago.
Yeah, I think the demon lord or something would be cool. I agree.
Oh right, we have the nuclear spell. War Golem. Why haven't we built one yet?
Hey, yeah.
Why did I not build one yet?
Get him in there.
I also want this one actually. But we gotta get the War Golem.
Yeah, show him off.
I mean, it's in the wrong place, I think. I'm not sure if it's Magic Origin. Probably is. More grievances, we don't care. We're good. I'm sorry, who? Karel Holder. Right then.
Sounds like a joke.
Yeah, that's sounds like a prank call. He got his legendary. Very good. He has Rank Slayer now, so that's good.
Oh.
So yeah, this guy is also gonna be insane.
Yeah.
We are gonna be perfectly fine.
He's gonna have knives as well.
Does look very friendly.
In his pockets.
He has knife in the pocket.
Yeah.
The dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, if the dragon pulls out a knife, does the roll attack and then throws it?
Man, I would run.
Then
I mean,
you know, it would be a knife the size of like a truck, which would actually be kind of awesome.
That'd be sick.
I know everyone thinks I'm obsessed with dragons, but really not, said Thomas while wearing a scarf on stream. Yeah,
I mean, you're exposing yourself.
It's true. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't make excuses. I mean, I do make excuses, but you know.
Doesn't he also have a dragon as his desktop background? Yes. Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's true actually, yeah. But that's the desktop background in this case is because it's fan art someone made for me, and I'm very happy with it. Also, they're attacking us. Very hard.
Very rude.
Forgot about the fact that they can attack you if you go through their territory. I keep forgetting that this exists, because they never do it. Let's see what Alto does first.
Can win?
Should we manual this last stand? It would be brutal. And tragic.
Maybe we save the tragic battle for the fractured. Ooh, that is bad though.
It's fine. We don't need them. It's freeing up budget.
Yes.
It's freeing up upkeep. Don't worry about it.
It was a financial decision.
It was financially driven.
To get attacked and die.
Yeah, that was a very foolish decision on my part. Oopsie daisy. That's the sort of like getting careless when you start winning. What are they doing? Right.
This is why late game always takes forever for me.
I mean, for me, it's like I just get careless. I'm like, oh, we're almost there. Let's just go.
Yeah, whatever.
Just send it.
And they don't instantly win.
And then you don't instantly win, and then it gets bad. And you're like, oh, oops, I need to fix my stuff. I want the collector at least, and probably gonna need to start building this army. But oh, we can go again. Where can we even go? Grand Bazaar doesn't get any better if we take that. None of this really does. That's fine. Just
Hey, Triumph, I've been playing Rise from Ruin. I really love the defense, movement, and XP rework. I'm now using units I never did in my 570 hours of playtime. Ah, nice.
Yeah. Okay, so the annoying thing is that means that this is now blocked off. We can't get through there because they kill the armies going through. So our throne city can't go there. So where can we go?
Do we go all the way back around?
I mean, we can go down here. There is a wonder to eat. I think that's the best way to go. It's not next to his capital though, so we're probably gonna get jumped. But I think going down there is the best place. It's the only place where there's something left to eat at the moment.
That's true. Like a locust plague.
Yeah, exactly.
Rabbits.
The rabbit locusts. Could just grab this and win, but nah. We're no losers. We are hardcore. Let's fight the laser scorpion next. Why not?
Yes. Oh.
Yes. Approaching the inactive siege machines marked by the warlord, your troops start to hear a multitude of clicking and hissing noises. Carefully observing from a distance, you notice bloody movements within the metallic carcasses of the war golems. At last, a large sand scorpion comes forward, assuming an aggressive posture, while the clickety-clack of its scissors echoes down the hill. I love the word clickety-clack. It's hysterical to me. And it's clear that these wasteland creatures, attracted by the still emanated heat of the war golems, or their scorpion guys, have made the abandoned siege machines their shelter. The sand scorpion and the horde of wasteland dwellers have infested the war golems. We can just lead them away with food.
Are we gonna though?
Wait. Salvage the war golems.
Oh.
Do we actually get it?
Wait, we wanted one, no?
Oh, no, actually, this is the objective. You don't actually get one. Well, we can summon one. I mean, we're gonna attempt to ignite the war golems with life.
Oh yeah.
And incinerate the scorpions inside. And if it goes badly, we get the fight. Why not?
Hey.
Perfect. Oh, I mean, that's a step complete. Very good. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's head to the last one immediately. Why not? It's not the last one, it's something else. You can do this one.
Okay. But dumb baby.
He looks so sad.
Yeah. Entering the prison pit of the ghostly encampment, your troops shudder at the sight of the locked-in spy. More questions? The entity's mouth asks, while your men gaze into the abyss of its fractured head. It's time. I've been starving to talk. As the entity speaks, you sense an astral pull, its very presence draining your magic. Ah, it sighs in relief. Such pleasant company. If only I could return to Wontru, with my people. Our essence sheath, my hunger would cease. The fractured evoker is feeding on your mana. Whatever information the warlord is after, you should try to attain it quickly.
Well, we are rich.
Yeah, we're hella rich. Have some, man.
You can just feed it.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that this guy's a spy. He has no eyes.
Yeah.
What is he gonna spy
Makes you
on?
wonder.
What is he gonna spy on?
Yeah.
That is expensive, but we have lots of mana.
Pwah.
Why not? We can afford it at the moment. Look at this badass bastard. The Phantom Hills, a mad truth. With his ghostly host reassembled, the warlord marches out to complete his unending siege of Wontru. Yet the deeper he ventures into the ruined city, the more discontented the warlord grows. Where are those spell-slinging dastards? He shouts angrily, searching for opposition. At last the warlord reaches the central crater, silent memorial of the fractioning. Guided by some ghostly intuition, he plunges into the rubble, soon after returning with a radiant object. What sorcery is this? This cannot be, unless... The warlord gazes directly at you, piercing the astral veil. You, he screams. You are an unmaker, Merlin the Stagborn. Driven by madness, the warlord raises the essence sheath. Come, fight me, Merlin the Stagborn. I know you want this, over my dead body. Unmaker or not, you will put this deranged spirit to rest.
Yes. I really like the buckler that's on the arm of the
warlord
unit.
It's cool.
It's sweet.
I mean, I kind of love this aesthetic in general.
Yeah.
Like the chunky armor just makes me happy.
Yeah, it's like the metal platings are kind of shared between both the war golem and the warlord, as though he's like using them for plate as well.
I'm kind of tempted to take this fight with just our leader, just to flex, but I think we're gonna be wise and at least send these boys over.
Yeah, have some goons.
And we're gonna summon our war golem. It's probably not gonna do that well because it's a magic origin unit in the fracture, but
yeah,
it's cool. Also more mana.
Hey man, looks cool.
It looks cool, exactly. You two can just stick together for now. They're gonna need to get back somehow. Start new research. Ooh. Crimson Rain, Chaos Channeling. don't think we have any.
I don't think we have T4.
We have all the new ones at this point because we have the
so
Total War.
1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the physical
I know there's a bunch of changes to these, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think.
I know stuff changed.
Yes.
I know for this
one has the summon Flame Incarnate now, right?
Yes. This summons a. If you have only the base game, it can summon a Fire Dragon. However, if you have
Empires
and Ashes.
Yes.
It can summon the Warden Dylon. The
yes.
What is it called?
I mean, the guy.
The one is just here.
on the stack, right? Yeah, him.
What's he called again? The Herald of War.
Yes.
It can summon this mad lad, which is pretty cool. So I think we might just take that for the flex.
That'd be cool.
Crimson Rain is also good, obviously. What does Demon Gate do again? Fight for Power is still here. Baylor. Criminal Ambush.
Do you want to do like a transformation for the bunny peeps?
We have
we already have the fracture, right?
We have the fracture one, so we can't take nothing else.
We can feed into it, right?
Yeah. That's a good question. Let's take Chaos Selling for the moment, real quick. Scion of Flame.
Embrace the chaos.
That's a lot of effects, actually. That's way more than I remember. Vengeful Flame, damage to melee attackers, Fiery Wake. Immunity to Burning, level. Yeah, that's nice.
But let's do the new one.
Let's do Flame Incarnate, because I know that's fancy. But yes, I think our transformations are turned off with Ascetics.
Yeah, right, it eats everything.
All our enchantments and transformations are disabled, but each disabled one gives you 5 HP and 5 damage. Yeah. So it is good, but you want the cheapest ones.
Yeah, exactly, right? You don't want to spend your tier 4 tome.
It's pretty good, because their max health is pretty insanely high, actually.
High, yeah.
Their damage as well is really good.
Yeah, I guess for late game it's really scaling, right?
It is good. Like, it is nice if you just want effectiveness from your units.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of low tier enchantments that don't really give you that much damage. But this would just help you. Regen.
Maybe some more questions. Let's see. How long does it take an artist to do the model for a unit? That depends on the unit, I think, and the complexity.
Yeah, for sure.
If we're designing a new unit, we typically think of what the animations will look like, right? What kind of moves they would have, and if we have any other units in game that have a similar kind of amount of limbs and that kind of stuff. Because then we can reuse some of the animations, or at least as a base, to make the new unit, which is a lot more efficient. If we make something that's completely new and out there, like, I don't know, 12 arms and 14 eyes and whatever the hell you want, then we do need a new kind of rig to start off with.
Yeah.
Typically, if we have something already, could take either, usually I think 2 days is a pretty decent amount of time to get it in-game from a sculpt. Like start to finish. But yeah, I mean, sometimes even faster. Like the 3D character artists are crazy fast.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Because sometimes if there's stuff we can like adapt and like, you know, take something existing and edit it, adapt it, that's obviously faster.
Yes.
It's still like quote unquote new model, but
no, it is new.
Know, it means you have the basis already.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna make a new, like, you have 20 human units. You're not gonna make a new human for every.
No, exactly. My point is more like it's still an entirely new model,
yes.
But obviously if it's based off something else, some people wouldn't call it that.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It's like using the same Muppet as a rig, you know?
Sure.
Muppet even specifically. Alright, War Golem. Can I put it here? No, spells are blocked. This is tragic. Okay, fine. Can any of you make it there to like be summoned at? Can I summon at you? There we go.
Yes.
No one casts spells for 2 turns. I hope that's just strategic, otherwise we're in the poop. But let's get this Scorpion in here. And we have this beautiful creature. I have never used this in combat,
really?
So we're gonna find out.
Oh, that's cool. It's it doesn't have a sting like the natural one was. It has like a beam on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I think I suggested that to Lewis when he was making it, to make it a beam, because it was supposed to... I don't remember what that exactly was. It was more like a flame tank early on, where it just had like a cone breath.
Yeah.
And it's like, we want to make it like a siege unit, so making it a beam would work better, because then it like burns through the wall and makes space for other units to go through, which would be really cool. As for how excellently that works, gods know, but it is cool.
It is cool, yeah.
I mean, not necessarily the god to know. It's more like I haven't really tried it myself, so I'm hoping it works. You'll never know.
We'll find out.
More damage as target loses health. Wait.
The other one, right? Because we do stupid
Oh,
amounts
wait, right,
of
sorry.
damage.
Yeah, the first one is when they have high health, you do more damage. This one is when they have low health, you do more damage.
But the nuclear knife is not melee, is it?
Well, this is my secondary hero,
Oh,
but
right.
they still have this setup, so I'm gonna absolutely do it for them.
Okay.
Because they will shoot at the highest health target most of the time.
Right.
Sure, put him on a spider. Actually, no, not put him on a spider. Put him on a wyvern. There we go.
Yes.
I'm not biased, I swear. Filthy spiders. Current review has leveled up. My dragon boy. He already has the breath. I don't need to buff that further. Alright. Defensive master's probably going to be the one. Actually, is it? Charge resistance he already has, I think, because he is. I made a Materium dragon, so he doesn't need that. So defensive master it will be. So this is a very tanky dragon now.
Properties are looking like an Excel sheet.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes.
Especially on dragons, when they're like late game and buff, they're like crazy.
She got our mage ambition as well. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Level 12. So in the same battle as the ruler, they get 2 defense, 2 resistance. Very nice.
That's really good.
Yeah, they're not in there with us, but hey, that's okay. So next turn we're gonna go for our big battle at long last.
The fight.
Did my Discord make a noise? I think I silenced that. Yeah, it should be silent. Interesting. I'm just gonna quit that real quick just to be safe. No one heard that. I saw someone ask something that was interesting. I was like, oh, I should answer that. Oh no, the Dragon Ruler's tail sweep doesn't put him in defense mode despite saying so in the description. Is this about that? It shouldn't happen. It should do that. In fact, it should do that, and that's why I should update the skill, because there is an upgrade that makes it put in defense mode, which obviously is redundant at this point.
Yeah.
But they link to the same ability as far as I'm aware, so it should work. We're not... I thought I ended turn. I misclicked. Oopsie daisy. When can we expect first news about Secret Archmage? Gods know. I don't know. I'm not... Okay. Ironically, I'm not that in tune with the marketing planning. Not because I don't ever see it, but because I just forget. My brain is too smooth, it slides off. I just... dates and time, it does not stick in my memory, so I do not know.
So sometime
but it's
soon
not going to be anytime soon yet.
Yeah.
Because we would still be working on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like 1.1 first, which, as far as I know, should be pretty soon already. I cannot say for certain exactly when. I thought it was today, but it might not be. Yeah. So don't quote me on that right now.
So sometime in the future.
Oh boy, Tyrannus has declared war on us. Let's go!
What a shame, anyway.
Well, let's hope he doesn't jump on us immediately, because if he does, then we might be in trouble.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't reach us in time, we can take this zone and just win.
Yes.
Before they get to us. I think they're over here somewhere. This might be what is his name? Nixon? Nixon's armies, because I think he was taking this zone.
Are we just at war with every single person on this map?
No, this is actually the first war. No one likes us.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
we're not at war with them.
Not at war yet.
No, exactly. Down here, trying to move towards the infestation. This army should be able to take care of it, but we are taking a bit of a risk here. But that's okay. I wanted to zoom in and show the cool front of the boat, but it's perfectly in terrain. Exactly when I remember it. So we'll show that in a minute.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Because it actually is cool. It's a detail that was in the like it was added to the art, that the ships, they actually have a different bow.
Yes.
No, prow, sorry.
Yeah, that's a figurehead. I
yeah,
think
they have different figureheads on the prow, depending on the subculture.
Yes. The scavengers have a bunch of lanterns, because we're trying to find a way to scavenge more. And I think the
conquerors have like the dragon head, I think.
That's a sandworm.
Serpent
it's
more.
like a sandworm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a scary sandworm.
Alright, let's fight over the ruined city. The grande finale, I think. But where are their pants? I'm sorry. They're improperly dressed. This is unacceptable. This is not up to dress code. They can't do this.
Only in the fractured realms.
That's I've never seen that.
Pantsless.
Pantsless. That is hysterical. Wait, I need to see
have
that.
a work from home desk job.
How does that happen? Ha.
Hmm.
Okay, well that's apologies. We'll have to see what happens there. I don't know how that happens. That's actually very surprising. I've never seen that. They don't have it. The rest of them are okay, I think. What about the Warbreed? Warbreed is fine.
Pants.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a very liberal sense, yes. Alright. You there, you're gonna go in and go start murdering people, because why not? Then our beautiful little scorpion over there. I want the death ray things. I cannot death ray things. This is so sad. But we are in the balance. How long is the range? It's a cone, okay. I don't think I can make it into the flank just yet, so I'm gonna wait a turn. Much as I want to be fancy, we're gonna wait a turn.
Patience, Thomas.
Patience. Patience, young grasshopper.
Yes.
Perfectly fine.
Let's see.
You're gonna go.
I noticed that the nomads have clothing that uses both colors of the banner. Is this unique to them, and will it be used in future cultures?
It's currently unique to them.
Yes.
You can go actually.
Yeah, I mean,
well.
specifically for the nomads, because they're like a traveling people, right? They don't have that many belongings. They don't have like, I don't know, a library to say, for example. So we would imagine they would use their cloth as a sort of way to, you know, either map out the waste or tell a story like that. And because we kind of wanted to show that off and give more customizability to the player, we figured we try and make it 2 different colors, so you have more customization for that. Because it's pretty important to the culture, right?
Yeah, and like it's not. I did check up on like, can we do that for other units as well, other cultures as well? But unfortunately, the problem is that it basically means every single unit in the game needs to be retextured.
Yes.
Every culture unit, that is specifically, which is a lot of work that we cannot really afford.
No.
So I would love it, but it's not something I can promise. It's just one of those things that we want, but it can't always do. But for this one, we do it, and the same way that for the architects, we decided to do like the 2 armor colors.
Oh yeah, the metals, right?
Yeah, they have 2 metal colors, which helps a lot.
Yeah, because they had their own like implements, their own weapons or tools were special to each unit. So wanted to show that off as well.
That was not as impressive as it could have been. Hey, they messed up. I mean, I'm actually very, very buffed up, so
yeah.
It's not a wonder that they don't do that much damage to us.
Oh shit.
Here comes the big boy, and he just gets hit.
That looks
He's
so
just
cool.
sending the swords through everyone.
Yeah.
They're shooting us, but that's okay. Yeah, nomads don't have that many belonging scavengers picking up the entire realm to the barge.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. So that's actually, we'll probably get into that if we show the concept art in a bit. But there was actually some interesting things that we came across there when making the culture, when like doing designs for them, both art and gameplay actually.
Yeah, maybe I should rephrase it. It's more that they need to be able to be mobile at any time, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
they carry all the stuff that they need with them.
Yes, and a lot of like the tools are multi-purpose, and they don't have, yeah, they have light materials usually on them, not very plated metal everywhere either.
So unfortunately, these are going to be very fire resistant. So the Scorpion is probably in the worst matchup it could be in.
Yeah, he looks cool though.
He does look cool. So I'm very confused as to this being, huh? Okay, so but it's a code. So we're gonna dig to the other side of them. Because why not? Get in there.
Teleports behind you.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. Fire the flamethrower. Didn't aim it correctly, but that's fine. We got them all.
Yeah.
And I want to poke him. We're gonna get hit really hard. Ah, we're not gonna get that hard. Back up. Now fire. Alright. And then you lot can just poke him. Perfectly fine. Alright, we got this. No problem. Go get him. This is the guy we saved from the underground city, by the way.
Oh.
This frog man.
I'm proud of all the frogs.
The frogs are legends. So, we load the big guns because it's funny. What are you weak to, if anything? You're weak to nothing, but very strong to fire. I'm assuming you are as well, aren't you? Fire resist, yeah, so they're not that great. So, ironically, we're not fighting great setups for using these units.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I think we load the Sundering Shell. Where's the Sundering Shot? Sundering Shot. And then we just fire it into the 3 of them, so we can murder them horribly. Fire. Fire!
Nice. Crit.
Perfect. Well, perfect maybe not, but very good anyway. I can target these 2. give them their weakness. This is our leader.
123.
Our leader is in fact Balden.
Yeah.
But we'll do even worse. We'll debuff them, stab them. Then you give them another turn. Do that again.
I love how he rolls before he commands.
It's the cast animation attached to this. It's
great.
Something, maybe mild oversight on my end, but it's funny, so I'll leave it in anyway.
He just really likes doing parkour.
He does like doing parkour.
I do parkour.
He's just like, I do parkour. Yeah, let's just throw a knife in him. Yeet. Give me that. Give me that. Alright, and now you shank him. Very good.
Nice.
Then we send these boys in. Hit him. Hit him, warriors. Like the big fight explosion as well, in impact. Very nice. Our dragon, I mean, he can go maul that. The dragon can do whatever it wants, honestly. It's
He's
and in
free.
fact, I feel like burning the whole army.
Yes.
Why not?
Why
It's cool.
not?
Get him, boy. Nearly fucking killed off our own army. Oops.
Friendly fire.
It's very friendly fire, actually. Yeah, that does nothing, which we should know because it's super fire resistant. So you guys are gonna move over there.
What makes you think that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Why would he be?
Head on fire, blades on fire, fire on fire.
You know what? I want to see how bad this goes. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's see how well they survive in actual hell. You guys get to the flank. Just hit them. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm curious.
Was the nomad culture the hardest of all the prior cultures to make? Well, for
Probably.
you, this question.
Probably.
I think. Yeah.
Like probably as a whole for like everyone involved, probably yes.
Yeah.
Architects were pretty rough as well, because the concept was very difficult, and that's mostly on me. But that's mostly design-wise that one had the big difficulties as
I mean,
well.
the moving cities for the nomads were pretty tough, right?
Yeah, because that one's tough just for everyone involved, because it was hard for it was hard to design, it's hard to program, and we're still fixing bugs with that thing because it's difficult. It's very complicated.
Tons of edge cases, right?
Yeah, and art-wise, there's a lot of stuff going on. Because like, how do we display this? How do we turn it into a city? How do we show the units? So I think this is definitely the hardest one in terms of what we made work.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff to consider, like the cities. We wanted to make the cities display the tier, for example, which is why the boats like change.
Yes, they
that sort
become
of
a
stuff.
fleet. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff like that.
I do think they are super unique. I'm very happy how they turn out.
Yeah, they're very cool in the end, but it is also lots and lots of headaches for both me and for programmers in particular.
Yeah.
Who are suffering. Also, look at these lasses go.
They're still standing.
Yeah, I mean they are mega buffed with the fracture transformation. The fracture transformation makes them very tough. However, they are very surrounded now. How are we gonna get them out? Oh, actually, yeah. How are we gonna get them out? I wonder how we do that. We have.
If
exact
only you
abilities
had
for
an
this.
ability.
How long's the range? Perfect. Get over here.
Yoink.
Perfection.
Nice.
Alright, and then you can just go.
And then they run back in.
Yeah, but they're not surrounded anymore, so it's all good.
That's true. That's true.
Can we A it? Oh,
Oh.
let's go. They're very fire resistant, but still cool. So, bam. Outstanding. Hit them with a cannon. Why not?
I'm sitting.
Sad he didn't turn around first. Then this one we can just maul him to death. Batter to death then.
What is the time frame of DLC? Like from actual start to finish, how long does a DLC take to make?
Pretty long. Well, pretty long and pretty short at the
Yeah.
same time. Depends on what you count. If you count first concepts, then it's pretty long. In general, I'm not sure I could quite say. It's a couple of months for sure.
I mean, there's overlap, right? Usually when polish is happening from a previous DLC, right? Bugs being fixed or
Yeah.
visual clutter, then usually concept art has already moved on to the next DLC to kind of do some previs and get things prepped and ready for the team so we can kind of smoothly continue. So it's not like a start-stop thing. It's more like yeah, kind of
Yeah, it's not as tight.
overlapping.
It's because we have to make use of the time we have, and in the end, you know, once all the 2D art is done, then all the 2D art is done.
Yes.
We need to do the rest.
Yes.
I'll just read this one in because I'm not immune to flattery, so it's hey, handsome triumph men, are there plans for an adventure or an empire modes, please? Plans that I could say no. As in I cannot say, to be clear. But as for if we do it, I don't know actually. There is definitely interest in it. And as for empire mode, the thing is that Pantheon already is partially that. In fact, it's an evolution of it. I did both, and I did the Pantheon mode based on the Empire mode back then. So, hence why. So if it was going to be happening, it would be I suspect it would be an edit or addition to the Pantheon mode of how it works. But that's exactly how it works is a difficulty, because a lot of things that made the Empire mode work back when are dynamics that are not here, that were there in Planetfall but not here. For example, in Planetfall, a lot of it works on, you can now mix in stuff that you can't normally mix in. So you can grab stuff from secret texts you don't have, or races you're not playing. And that's cool, but you can't really do that in Age of Wonders 4, because you already have everything available.
Right.
Because the game as a core is kind of designed that way.
Yep. It's super sandboxy, right?
Yeah, we already made it very sandboxy, so it's like, we can't make it that much more open.
Oh yeah. Parkour.
Nice. And there's a bunch of stuff that like also doesn't work the same. So we don't have the dwellings in the same way, for example. So a lot of the side objective stuff doesn't work the same way. It's not to say that it can't work. It's just to say that it is not as easy as it might seem, unfortunately.
Yep.
Wish it were.
Load the cannons!
Load the cannons and fire again. I like shooting cannons. Shooting cannons is very fun. Makes me happy. Ah yes, this makes me happy.
Will we get a fractured or Pantheon item? I think it is, right?
Then the orb, I don't know actually. No, I think there was something looking at it. I remember Lewis had something to look at something like this. I do not. That does not mean I can confirm anything because I don't actually know. But last I heard there was something about, because it's on one of the pre-made rulers. Someone was like, "Hey, why don't we have this?" And it's like, "Yeah, why don't we?" That sort of thing. But I cannot confirm or deny anything in that regard. Just because I actually don't know. Not even necessarily being cheeky. Can I take something? Yeah, why not? Can you dig your way out? Probably. You know, we should add a tab to switch to next available unit, because I've been doing this. I learned this from like playing Menace, I think, and it's a very useful shortcut to have, and it's not here. And,
so
and now I'm like feeling it, and I'm like, we should steal that. It's good.
Your muscle memory.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to have. It makes it very fast. So I kind of want to do that. Can you pick these up? Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Wait, so we.
Wait, but he.
So we do have it. I made this not affect mythics. I'm gonna pee poo poo.
The warlord is just too cool to loot anything.
Apparently too cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I made it not affect mythics, which is a mistake if that's true. So I need to fix that. You should actually just hit them first.
Is it surrounded again?
I mean, yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's her job. Get him.
Oh yeah.
And then we give her loot. We can't quite kill them. We don't have enough, unfortunately.
Firepower?
I mean, we do actually. I mean, we're gonna win this easily. It's just I don't want to lose any units. I'll give my right arm for an adventure mode when you run a party of 6 hitters around the map taking quests, clearing dungeons. Yeah, it would be really cool. Adventure mode specifically would be way harder, I think even. Because it's... the thing is that like there's a lot of dynamics that you have to account for there. Like, we'd have to actually polish quests happening, like when do events happen, what's the map like. The map would be a lot more curated than it is now. That's not to say that RMG isn't already trying to do that. It's more that you'd notice it much more because you only have one spot to go. So once that flow is even slightly off, you're like, doesn't quite work. So it's something that'd be cool, but I cannot say how well it would even work practically. What did I just do? I clicked on one. Can we dig up a body? We can go dig up a body. Alright, I want you all to bear witness as they dig. Dig. I'm so happy that they use the actual shovel.
Yes.
It's such a nice little bit of animation.
That's great.
I remember I asked for that, and I think Michiel at the time was like, yeah, no, I don't know if we can do that. And I was like, oh. And in the end, it was just there, and I got never told. I was never told that it was gonna work or not gonna work.
Like a little
it was just like, I don't know, man, and then no other word from it, and then later on it was just in, and I was like, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about having it. It's nice. It's a good surprise for once, you know? So it's good to have those two. Hit them with more fire, why not? We're very good. Alright, we got this easily. It's just a shame we can't quite run in there. These collectors are just going to go to the back line because they've done their job.
Yeah.
She did hard work.
They've done their part.
Get him, Scorpion. Do I incinerate the collectors? No. Hit him. Unfortunately, we can't quite showcase the Scorpion in its full strength because
it's like in the single worst matchup.
Yeah, because we're just fighting all fire-resistant enemies. And it's like, oh. It's tragic. Still gonna give him another turn, just to give him a moment to shine.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna steal this kill with a knife.
The nuclear knife.
It would have been very funny if the knife could just instantly nuke him and just like steal his kill. Oh, we can steal this kill. Get in there. Yeet. I like how he threw the knife at the other one and killed him anyway. Yeah, it's just win. It's so good. It's because it's the if it hits multiple targets, like projectile weapons are set up to hit every target. Yeah. So it distributes the bullets between the targets. It's planetfall code.
But it's the one knife.
It's actually planetfall code, literally.
Oh, cool.
Because you had bullets, like if you had a machine gun, if there's 4 enemies in an AoE, it will hit all of them.
Yeah. You don't want to shoot them in a straight line.
Exactly. But because there's only one bullet in this case, like one projectile, if it hits multiple enemies, it'll just pick one and throw it at that one.
That's funny.
Alright. The Phantom Hills Aftermath. As his spirit is about to violently perish, the warlord is finally able to see the truth. The fracturing, he calls out in dismay, as if he had been reliving his past moments of his distant life. All these years, this eternity, I have been dead. The warlord sheathes his weapon. I bow to your might and valor, Merlin the Stagborn, he exclaims. You have ended my vengeful curse and liberated my soldiers. May they all find their peace at last. The warlord hands over the essence sheaf. The unmakers, they are trapped. They tapped the waters of creation, yet when they sought to release rain, they unleashed a deluge. We gain the essence sheaf. What does this one do? Mend fracture, which that's the one that stacks.
Restores 20% cheaper.
Restoring nodes is cheaper. Skills beyond the artifacts. Okay, so we can restore them really cheap. And additional gold from astral bands and that's a lot of money.
That's spicy.
That would be very good. The siege engine. Free war golems.
Yes, more.
You know, like magic card edit with like eight fucking bears. It's this, but like 3 fucking war golems.
We should make a stack of just war golems.
Let's just do it because it's funny. All right, I think this is the victory technique. Echoes of the fracturing, the hubris of the unmakers. As you claim the essence sheaf, the other artifacts begin to crackle. Bolts of negative energy coil out from them, imbuing you with their power. The energy courses through you from head to toe. Your eyes blaze like beacons of hollow flame, and you feel your body drawing magic from the very air. For just an instant you can feel it. A power so vast it could change the realm. A power that could defy existence itself. In that moment, that seems to last forever. You must make a choice.
Oh shit.
What will you do with all this power? Will you embrace it, or free the realm from its yoke?
We're wholesome, right?
What do you mean?
Right, Thomas?
What do you mean wholesome?
We're wholesome, right, Thomas?
Redirect the energy to heal the fractured realm. As long as you hold all 3 artifacts, you become known as the Mender of the Fractured Age. From now on, domains of the Empire can no longer be targeted by the Cataclysm. Nice. Alright. In the beginning of your turn, the Cataclysm meter progress and level will be decreased, stabilizing the realm. When it reaches 0, the world will be cleansed of fractured energy, destroying the Cataclysm and the artifacts, and ceasing any unfinished fated region. At the beginning of your turn, nomads will pilgrimage to your cities, seeking to join the one who put the end to the fractures. This increases their population stability. Neat. We could just straight up win. Which I think we should do in this case, because then we can show off the others. Well, I mean, it's 3 o'clock.
We have time.
Cast the energy region power, he will safeguard the artifact as their guardian. Guardian of the hubris. Unlocking the recruitments of all fractured units. Oh!
We should do this.
So someone asked me, like, how do you get fractured units? Apparently you can.
Yeah, this is how. Yeah.
This is how you just get all of them.
That's sweet.
That's cool, okay.
Also, we get
2,000 mana.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Money.
And everyone will like us because we're the Guardians of Hubris. I mean... Fix the world.
So we go like, we save the world and then we kill everybody.
We can heal the world, but what has the world ever done for us?
True.
Have you seen these people?
Yes,
They hate us.
yes.
All of us.
They intercepted us on the ground.
Like, these
Therefore
people
they'll
hate
all
us.
die.
So I think that, especially in honor of them killing our army walking through their territory just
yes.
2 turns ago,
Yes.
we will unleash the Cataclysm.
Yep. Oh baby. Oh yeah, and we
Good.
get the Cataclysm background.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Is this one you did actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's super cool because in the trailer you have all the stages and they made like an animation where you can see the Cataclysm like.
Oh, they're like actually like in a sequence, like as a storyboard thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Super cool.
I should see that. The echoes of the fracturing, a new herald. The entire realm trembles. You can feel a brutal disturbance ripple through the astral sea. You have finally gathered the Unmaker's artifacts and embraced their power. The devouring winds roar with fury. Their new master summons them and they answer your call. Storms of negative energy begin to darken the skies. Fractures tear open everywhere. Before you, empires kneel amidst the remnants of a world consumed by your ambition. All the magic of the realm now courses through your veins. Yet it is not enough. Even greater power lies within your reach. Something deep within the astral sea calls out to you. With a mere gesture, you open a colossal fracture to cross it. You are the herald of the fracturing, and nothing and no one will stand in your way.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes. Let us go. So, actually gonna get a victory. What will come first? Empire mode, Adventure mode, or Empire mode? If of the two, I think the more realistic would be the second. But I couldn't say either way.
Look at that.
Oh, the portal is
Yeah.
cursed. That's so cool. I didn't know that. I like how my boy is here.
He's chilling.
That's my other ruler. He's joined us. The devouring winds have been harnessed by the artifacts of the Unmakers. Their power runs through your veins. Hubris or not, you now wield the power of the Cataclysms.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be a villain on the next realm.
100%.
If he ever shows up.
He's like bubble.
If he like shows up in a future stream, he's gonna be absolutely menacing.
Yes, and just going to throw knives at everybody.
He's gonna throw nuclear
Sorry,
knives at people.
one knife at everybody.
I like the music as well. I actually never heard this music.
That's good, right?
Can we get Nuke Ascension that allows to summon fractured evokes in the future matches? That'd be cool. I don't actually know. The Ascension traits in this... after the original set, most Ascension traits were made by Lewis. Because usually he makes them as part of the tomes. Let's see how this world evolved in time. Because it's fun to see. So, there we go. Muad'Dibus. So, note, we started on a patch where the city names were not saved when you moved.
Oh.
We started on the old version, so even pre like open beta version. So it was the one where everything was borked. So our city name changed over time. So we founded Bugs Bunny Hill.
Okay, yeah,
over there.
Of course.
And then we moved. We're moving up top to Dustbed, which is the default name, which I think we renamed later on as well. Bug Hill started moving. Then
Bugs Bunny 2.
2.
Okay, yeah.
And
that's of course generated.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. And up here is Garmfield, which we founded. Because I don't remember why. Can I see the underground zone? There we go. Because then we had Garfield.
Ah, you got bigger.
Which was beautiful.
More accurate Garfield.
And I think... when did we find Lazaga?
Money.
Oh, there's Lazaga and Money.
And then Money becomes
and then Dust Home and
Landing.
everything. This is when we fixed it.
Okay.
So this is when we had the proper names. Because then it actually remembered. But it was so tragic. But yeah, we actually went through this pretty well.
Hell yeah.
Honestly. I like that it just clears the map on the last turn because we win. So
Yeah.
everyone's just gone. But yeah, look at that.
Fractured.
They had such a huge domain.
Massive.
So there was there's a feudal player, I think down here, that just got eaten by the Birdman, by Tyrannus. He just went south and murdered him. Rakshagi sat on their butt for most of the game. They didn't really do much. And neither did Nixon, actually. They were at war with someone the entire time, but they never quite got to us, so... We really...
oh yeah, it's the blue that got eaten.
Yeah, so like here's... Yeah, there he was. So
Thistle
he, at
down.
one point, he had like, a pretty decent empire, and then he just got destroyed.
Munched.
It's beautiful.
Damn.
Can I see military? I want to actually see how that goes. Military ranking. We're actually not the top, interestingly enough. Wait, are we dead? No, that's not us. That's us, Lux.
Oh, you know why?
We're orange, right? We're in the middle.
It's not enough war golems.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're in the middle here, actually. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, let us complete this beautiful thing and ascend.
Yeah.
And then we shall show you all some concept art stuff and have a talk.
Yeah, be cool.
A cheat was used. I did not use any cheats. That's nonsense. Oh,
Why do I not believe you?
I don't actually know if I did. I might have at some point to show something, but it's
To
okay.
show something.
It's okay. I'm not hurt. It's fine. We will progress. We have 3 points anyway, so that's good enough. So can we unlock anything with that? Probably not. Not too much. I want to get the new stuff. We can.
Yes.
Can we get anything particular?
Garlic.
The garlic.
Yeah, that's the.
The Rieken and Whip. I like the Hunter's Crossbow actually. It's pretty
I
cool.
really like the Evoker's Hood, like the final.
Yeah, I want that one, but it's all the way down there.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Can we get there? I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna attempt to like port stuff from my main account because I have way more stuff than this, but I just don't, I can't have it on the stream account, which is very sad. The Chalice banner. I like the Chalice. Let's go. And we get the Whip.
Let's see.
No, I cannot get the Hunter's one. This is so sad.
He cheated. He did in order to show something. He cheated at one of the wonders.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The combat chit gave you infinite movement, and then you just win.
Yeah, no, I did one cheat at one point in the combat because we had already. Yeah, it was the end of one of the streams. We wanted to show the wonder, and we also resolved it and won it. And I was like, oh, we should show it, so we reloaded it. And then we also, like, I just used the cheat to win.
You
So
went
yeah, it's
back
true.
to
Good
ruin your
point.
Pantheon points.
Oh,
Oh.
you are very right. I keep forgetting we don't win. Oh well. Let's take the left one. Make sure we can reach this.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Let's
But yeah, it's
see.
tragic. Tragedy is what that is.
Thomas got a victory screen before we got GTA 6. Damn, good job.
Hey, it's not the first time. I mean, the Pantheon is not empty. We've won with Kaya before. Tenerife also finished the game, and Kernavir finished the
Okay.
game. That's the three we finished games with. Kaya, the Yaka, and Sunderland. I don't remember how I got these. I think they're because it's an old account, and I got the story domes at one point.
Right.
But that's how it is. Let's show some stuff because it's fun.
Yeah, let's maybe show some stuff for the.
Ta-da.
Yes, yes.
I should. Do we have some music? Can I put the music on here? Not really. That's fine. We'll make do. It'll be fine. So, Skunks would be cool actually. So we have some. I basically asked Alex like, hey, can you grab some of the concept art for the DLC and just throw it into a folder so I can have it?
I'm gonna steal the mouse.
Yeah, go for it. The idea being, we're gonna talk about some stuff and show it. Can nomad cities use teleports? There's no reason why they can't. They are treated as units when they're packed up. It's just that obviously, if it's in the city that you packed up, that teleporter's gone. So it has to be the teleporter of the other city to do that.
That's cool though.
You can absolutely do that. Yeah, it would be weird to do something.
Yeah.
They can be the Card of Army teleport, I think. Yes.
Yes.
If you were to teleport them, it would work.
I mean, we can talk about maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
go for
okay. So,
it should
full
work
disclaimer
outside.
before we go through this: the Art Dev Diary has released today.
It's released in an hour, about a bit less.
Is releasing today in a little bit. L wrote a lot of it. I helped as well, and I think it gives a very cool overview of everything that happened during the development of DLC. Also, a bunch of animations and very cool models. But I can maybe show some stuff for the actual Nomad city.
Yeah.
Well, like what we mentioned before is that initially we were like, okay, we want ships to some capacity, but we noticed that because it had to pack up and fit on a single hex,
Oh yeah,
and the city itself gets a lot bigger, especially when you go tier 3, tier 4, that it was kind of hard to make this look and work right.
yeah.
Which is why eventually the idea.
We didn't keep the pattern idea in the ground, right?
No, so I had some
Yeah.
ideas of maybe like having patterns which would stay in the area when you left with your city,
Yeah.
so you could kind of retrace where you parked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, your very big car with sails.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
one of the original ideas. The reason kind of, I remember why we kind of went away from it is because, well, the pattern is really cool. The problem is it's very magical looking.
Yes.
And the culture was meant to be a bit less magical and more practical.
Yeah.
And anything like that kind of pushes towards the magical angle more.
Yeah, and also it was very organized for a culture that's all about being scrappy.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't quite make sense. So we ended up. The pattern's still here, but it's gone.
Yeah.
But we ended up with the idea of having the ship dismantled and then using like the masts and the sails as a kind of large layered tent.
Yeah.
In some of the higher tier versions of the city, I don't know if there's like an easy way for us to show that, but then they also actually use the ship hulls to do the.
Oh, I mean, I can
walls.
easily show it in game. We still
That'd
have
be
to go
cool.
open.
Yeah, let's grab
So
it.
let me just go. I'll just load the previous save. Da-da-da-da. And we can just cheat.
Yes.
It's already corrupted anyway. The
Yeah,
save is
whatever,
closed
at
anyway.
this point.
We can do whatever we want.
Nothing lost, right?
Nothing will be lost. So I love this loading screen.
It's so cool.
Where is our second city? Over there. I don't know if you can see it as much. Oh, there you come.
Yeah. So
The hull of the
yeah,
ship.
you can see the hulls of the ship repurposed as like barricade with some like.
Yeah, I like the one that you see on the left as well. You have like the left one is one of the holes, and on the right you have one of the holes.
Yes.
It was actually think it was with Tom. I think I talked about it. Not design Tom. Other Tom.
Not the bird.
One of the other Toms. One of the many.
The not bird Tom.
Yes. One of our artist Toms.
Yes.
And it was like, I don't know where to put the boats and like how to do the wall. And it's like, yeah, we should make the boats part of the wall. And that made it much easier because it's just, you can see here, like the boat on the right is like part of the wall section.
Yes.
Same for the left one. So they kind of complete the pattern a bit.
Can we?
I think you can.
It's a dev build, right?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Shift.
No, it doesn't that do this.
Okay, too bad. Want to remove the UI to show it better?
I mean, you can do a little bit, but it doesn't quite do all of it. Where's my army banners? Wait.
Would love an art book that contains all the art team insane ramblings. I guess if we stitch all the art dev diaries together, we kind of get there.
You kind of get there, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it's quite cool. I like that it does that. The city tier being visible was actually a big requirement as well.
Yes, because when it moved, you needed to know how big the city was, right?
Yeah, like if it's coming towards you, you need to be able to tell, like, okay, how big a deal is it gonna be if it gets here? If it's a small boat, you need to know that's gonna not be a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't like the small boat shouldn't be like a massive city coming.
Yeah, exactly. So the way we did that, do we have? Oh, we have those actually.
These are like the early sketches for the tier 1.
Yeah. So let's just grab the boat parts because that's more relevant at the moment, right? So these bits, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was the early sketches for the boat.
Yeah. So for this is the kind of the start. Yes, a tier 1 boat, and we kind of wanted to incorporate the shape of tents within the actual boat rather than just having a sail. Just exploring shapes and kind of how it maybe would be fit together with the hull. Because eventually we want to use these small ships on the side of the big ship as well. Some pretty early sketches of that as well. So maybe it's like the big tent ship in the center and then the smaller ships on the side. But yeah, the idea was to kind of build it out every step of the way the higher tier it got.
It was a bit of an iterative thing because we were struggling a bit with how to scale it nicely.
Yes.
Because I think the first draft of it was basically just that it would be one boat from tier 1, then 2, then 3, then 4.
Just more boats.
Yeah, which is just like very literal representation of the tiers. I'm very glad we didn't end up doing that for the final one because I think it looks much nicer to have like one big ship in the end.
I think so too.
But it is a nice vibe to see that it actually grows.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think.
Oh yeah, so this is the tier 1 skiff that.
So this is the smallest tier version.
The smallest version.
And this is dope.
Yes, and these are the heads for the different subcultures, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to have some thematic that you could see from just a ship, even though it would be small on the map.
Yeah. Something to like represent it a bit.
Yeah, right. So something fearsome that sails, or they're literally looking for trash, and maybe have like one of those plows on the front.
Yeah.
To not lose any of the.
I mean, I really like that the difference of this is quite nice because it feels very like, okay, one is utilitarian, and the other one's like for intimidation. It's like, this thing coming your way is worse. Like seeing the conquerors come your way, like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one's like, oh, they're here to look or something. Still not great. Don't get me wrong. You don't want them to be your neighbors, unfortunately. But it is very cool.
Yeah, they wouldn't go over to get some sugar, that's for sure.
Exactly. You have the early unit ones as well.
Yeah, I can show that as well. Maybe we briefly showed this one, I think.
Yeah, we did. But we didn't quite go into the depths of it. So. There were a couple of versions we went with first, I think, because the right one is not the. Is that you as well? The right ones here, like the.
So this is Bennett.
Yes, but because like we had multiple artists like try it, right?
So it was L is the left one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, even though.
Yeah, here you go.
No, okay.
Actually, can we draw with a pencil?
It's fine. I mean, they can tell what's left and right.
Left side.
Yeah,
that one.
Left side is L. She came up with the idea of having their maps maybe stitching to their cloth or clothing.
Yeah.
We had some ideas of maybe it would expand as they discover the world, right? From a kind of world building
on like
point of view.
On the ship, I think we wanted to do it there.
Yes.
But it's not something that we could feasibly do.
Absolutely not. But it was a cool idea.
It would be so cool. Man.
Yeah.
Narratively, absolutely awesome. On the units, you would never be able to tell. Yes. It would be so cool.
And we knew early, Center One is mine. We knew early that we wanted some wind theme running through.
Yeah.
Especially with the fractured winds and such. So maybe have a, we wanted a lot of like tassels and cloth that kind of floated about.
Yeah.
So these were bannets. It was a lot more Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
With like a man catcher and that kind of stuff.
I mean, there were 3 very different approaches, which was kind of the point, right?
It's super wide, yeah.
And then we kind of went a bit to the middle in between them.
Yes.
In the end.
These were kind of the sketches that followed up after. I mean, some of there was a lot actually. But we kind of realized that having the metal more as a something they would wear
For practical reasons.
Yeah, and sporadically, right? Maybe they would have like patterns for their stories or their narratives.
Yeah, like the big thing to note as well, like you can see it in this concept really clearly, like on the middle one, which is probably the closest to actually one of the current units. We have the staff from the left one actually. That's the staff for the support for the Dustweaver. But the middle one, like, so the main change we did is that if you look at these concepts, a lot of these are actually ironically not very nomadic, because nomadic people would need to be very practical. They carry a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But the problem is that the visuals of these communicate much more like ritualistic.
Yes.
Like, because things like, for example, this cloth over the shoulder look. This, or like monks having loose robes or having loose hanging things. Culturally, people do that to kind of show as like it's like a flex, you know? It's like, it's actually just a flex.
Yeah,
like you wear that to make the point of, I can wear this and not be in trouble. Like, I don't need to fight, therefore I can do this.
It's the ancient version of the gold chain with the dollar sign.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally just a, like, showing off. It's for status. But it's kind of the opposite of what the culture should be. So, like, all these hanging bits and the cloth and the bells and such kind of communicated the wrong thing, because they're all very impractical shapes.
Yes.
Like, round balls are very impractical shapes to just carry around. Yes. So we kind of pivoted away from that to a more practical sense. And that's not to say that they don't have some, like, you know, spiritual stuff on them, but the problem with this was it communicated too much more mystic vibes. Like, it was much more spiritual, magic, and we went to a bit more practical, where everything they carry has some sort of purpose.
I mean, there is something to be said that we also wanted to give customizability to the player, right?
Oh,
we did want to have some levels of metal in there, because if they were really practical, it would probably just be layers of cloth and... you know,
there'll be some metal.
Very light. Yeah, sure, but probably for weapons, right? Or for like tools. They wouldn't...
For armor as well, actually.
Yeah, but not as much.
No, true. I mean, but if you look at, like, a lot of nomadic cultures actually use chainmail a lot, for example. Because it is actually very practical. Like, chainmail is really small.
That's true.
Right? Like, you can fold it up extremely tight, so it's very practical. But this actually, I think, is one of the first units we kind of settled on, actually.
Yeah, so this was when we, I think, hit it. We kind of combined all the visuals we wanted. Some of the specific visual features, like the floating cloth and kind of the tassels you would see next, like on a carpet, were kind of visual elements we could sprinkle out through all the designs. And we wanted a shield unit that I really wanted her to be a her, because we it's all dudes.
Yeah, it was. I remember specifically people being like, "Yeah, what do we want to use?" I didn't really put in the briefing at all, like what gender they were.
I just really
was like, "I want it to be a lady." It's like,
yes,
cool, dope,
yes,
let's go.
It was one of them.
And there was some contention about it at first, just because it's like, what do we make which gender, like which unit? But I'm very glad it's the fighter lady.
Yeah, I mean, you have
nice.
kind of the stereotypical roles the classes tend to fall into, right? But the way we kind of went around it is that because this shield unit is supposed to be a lot more mobile, right? So that's where the idea of having the folded up shield came from.
Yeah, exactly. So the folding shield actually is specifically because originally they didn't need to have a folded shield. They just had a shield. But as Tom Bird specifically, our boss man, was kind of worried that it would look not like immobile. And he's not wrong in that regard.
Sure.
Like, they look more mobile like this. So what we did is we had it folded up, so that they look a lot lighter when they're moving around. And then they could jump in and they could unfold the shield.
Exactly.
And it makes for the coolest animation.
Oh,
it
is.
The cool, like, settle down and the shield unfolds. Super cool.
I think some more details on that are actually in the art dev diary. So if you're
I think I have a GIF of it as well.
Yes,
there as
it's
well.
cool.
Which is a really cool one. So I think this is one of the ones we settled on first.
Oh, yeah.
The pattern stuff.
Yeah.
There's much less obvious, actually, if you look at the units. But it is still there, I think.
It's a lot of cloth, right? So we wanted some consistent pattern work that kind of went through all of it. I don't have the sketches of it here. I do, actually. So wanted for the overall kind of iconography to have a mix between like maybe like a sun or something natural and a compass. So that's kind of where it started, and that eventually grew into a bit like wind-inspired, more flowy.
It reminds like those
shapes.
I hope this is not very culturally insensitive. Like Middle Eastern, like tapestries, like the really big ones with like the lots of patterns on them.
Yep.
There's a name for those that I do not know, so you have to forgive me on that. But it reminds me of those, like the classic things you see in like bazaar, that sort of vibe, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is really cool. Which I think is good, because that's kind of a vibe we wanted to
have.
have.
But again, it's not directly it, right? It's like our nomads. which was why this was the hardest, because it was very easy to kind of fall into like
you fall into tropes.
Yeah, into tropes.
Like
yeah.
I mean, if you look at like the previous concepts, right? We kind of did that on accident. Like this is very tropey.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this is not something we could have really gone with 1-to-1 because it would have been too much of a. Like it's kind of the thing is, the concept of a culture in general is obviously something that's a bit of a minefield.
It's all derivative.
And well, it's derivative because like human cultures are based on so many different things.
Yes.
Like so many factors make it what it is, and in the end, a game is devoid of those factors. They're not there.
Yep.
You don't have that iterative process of a couple 100 years of people deciding this is what a
that would be
cool
insane, by the way.
That would be cool. But it's not something you could do. So you have to kind of like fake it.
Yep.
And especially with this culture, I think I annoyed both you and Ella to death with just the "but why" question. It's like every time they had something, it's like, okay, but why do they have that?
Yeah, you did.
Which is really annoying, I know. But it's,
I mean, it's good. It's good questions.
Especially for nomads, it's important because they need to like tell as much as possible with as little as possible.
Yes.
Because everything about them is on the person.
Yep.
So that's why we ended up with that a lot.
I think what's maybe cool to show as well is so this overview is usually what happens after we settle on like the direction. So once we had this concept, we kind of knew like, okay, this is the aesthetic direction we're heading in. They become these like, I don't know, very simple color blockouts, but that's mainly to see how the actual lineup of the units would come across in game, right? As your army.
I think on this one as well. Like this one had some iteration go through it. I think this is the final version.
This is the final version. Yeah.
We had some iterations of this. In particular, the weapon of the tier 3 was a big one that we kind of did
this one
back and forth on. Yeah, that one in particular. We're in a bit back and forth on that one. There's also the support, which I think doesn't actually quite look like this concept, because this one is the one with the exposed body still. So like this was actually a thing.
That was the thing you nagged the most about.
That was the thing we got a fight about.
Oh my god.
I can go into that for a second. I won't be a bit bitch about it. But
for context, by the way,
we're
talking about this piece of skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so
to set the scene.
This is what it comes down to, like where it's like small differences make a difference in like how it's communicated, right? Because if you look at, for example, let me see if I have a unit here. I should have one. There we go. Like if you look at how they look now, right?
Yep.
They're pretty like they're much more tightly wound, the cloth, etc. stuff. They still have these flowing bits, but they're much more like integrated into the armor in the end. They're more clothed, more tight than they were now.
I mean, it makes sense for the environment.
Exactly. But
then again,
this is how like minutiae this shit can get, which is why you can sometimes get on each other's nerves, right? Because you're like, yeah, no, this is important, and the other person like, why? It doesn't matter that much.
Not skin. Don't show skin.
Well, so like
not
the main thing for this one is, so you'll note this one, like the look of him is very Tibetan monk.
Yes.
And they have that vibe of like the big part of cloth, like
the big
flow over the shoulder.
Yep.
And again, like we just mentioned, that aesthetic is a very spiritual aesthetic. The reason they do that is because it's the sort of flex of like, I can wear this, it's not practical, I can't really like, do difficult things with this. Yep. Or in fact, for Tibetan monks, it's like, you show off that you can while you wear that, but it's the point. But for a nomad, it's impractical. So you just get in the way, you just go everywhere. It would fall off the shoulder, it would fall over. So I kept trying to compromise on this. I'm like, could we just put like a clasp on it, something to just keep it in place. It's fine. Anything will do. Which was very
anything.
Which was very funny. But in the end, I think the final version we ended up with is really good. Because like the general silhouette is still there. Yeah. It's still the same general silhouette. But it's those small things that really make a difference.
Yeah.
Because this one is a very different vibe than what we actually ended up with.
I mean, this is kind of the... If you can go back to the overview we had.
Sure.
Like this is, we talk about this and go back and forth on it, and then in this case I took the time to I can skip over to it to take each unit and
the detailed version.
Yeah, to kind of go into like, okay, how does the cloth actually overlap and fold, and
I really love this one, by the way. We should actually get that beard in game.
That'd be cool.
We need that beard for the human options actually. That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
I want like my pointy like sort of this is sort of like the Mediterranean raider energy almost a bit.
But I mean, this is the raider from the
Conquerors.
The Conquerors, yeah.
Yeah.
So these become a lot more piratey, right? And there's sometimes I saw some cool reference with like the guns strapped around their.
The pirates have like the guns in
yes,
like, the
so
holsters.
we put. Okay, I mean,
this is knives in this.
Yeah,
case.
in this case, they were knives. But yeah, kind of start going in depth a bit more on all the different units. So this is a tier 1 scavenger.
Yep.
He's a lot more scrappy, piece of cloth.
He really reminds me of Singed in this picture.
Yeah, I get why. It's like the
it's the face,
and
like
he's
the
bald.
sort of gaunt face.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is like this. Fun enough, like this one actually, like costume-wise, correct, but vibe-wise, very different how you turn that in game.
Yes.
Like the actual decoration he has is the same.
Yeah.
But the vibe is very different.
Can we show it maybe? If we go to the.
Yeah, you can have it. It's over there.
Oh, right.
Because we're playing looters. So
Right.
You can just right-click that one. I mean, it's the transformed bunny one.
Well, it's very.
Wait, we can do that. We can fix that. Easy. Let's just grab these. It's a bit easier. Oh, wait. Oh, there they are. I was looking for scavenger, and that's not correct. There we go. Funny enough, we got the one with the exact hair as well.
There you
That's
go.
pretty funny.
See?
That's pretty fun.
All planned.
It's
pretty close to the actual concept.
That actually is really close. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's actually like how does that feel like when you see like because I'm assuming like when you draw the concept art, right? It's gotta be like an interesting feeling to like draw it at one point and like later on you see it like exists fully like moving around somewhere.
Yeah, it's cool. I think also we're not like I don't give the concept art to 3D and go, oh, just make exactly this. There's a bunch of kind of artistic freedom.
License.
Yeah, but that's cool because then sometimes for the designs things get changed or different elements get added, which I did not expect, but really kind of ups the
design.
For
sure.
Actually, the fractured units. Can you maybe pull them up?
Do you know which one?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, okay. Wait, the wildlife. Whoops. And this one.
So the fractured units, the initial design. I can pull up the design. So we have the evoker, right? This guy with the super cool black hole VFX. The initial designs look something like this.
Which does look awesome.
Yeah,
as well.
sure. I mean, initially
it's less hollow, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, initially it also had a insect kind of sub-theme running through, but wasn't quite sold on it. And then the final one came out a bit like this. There's something specifically lacking.
Yeah, the black hole's not there.
It was an idea from Anna, VFX artist.
I think it's genius.
And
it's
then
really cool
it like mixed and blended like it so well with everything that became just like the staple thing.
So funny enough, in this particular concept, he reminds me a lot of the Heritors from Planetfall.
Oh yeah,
the Heritor tech, because they also had that sort of like the Egyptian style, like shoulder plates and that sort of stuff.
Yes,
which is really cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, I didn't actually notice that.
And the black holes are recurring like everywhere, right?
I think it's a really good addition.
It's so good. Yeah, it's great.
I actually thought that was in the original concept. I actually didn't actually even
Elle
notice.
suggested it? Oh, nice. Hell
Ella?
yeah.
Ella
Yeah, the goat.
Ella the goat. Ella actually, unironically, low-key, a little bit MVP in the art team for me. At least from my perspective, just because saved my ass on the UI stuff so hard.
Yeah, she's a UI wizard.
The UI, she saved that so hard on this one. It was really good. Let's see if we can find the one we got. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So we had Singed, and with this one. So this one actually is an interesting thing to talk about as well. So the Raider. This is why sometimes art briefs have to be very, very strict. And in this one, I was like very specific about the weapon I wanted to give them.
Yes.
And that's because the Raiders needed to be able to be both mounted and on ground.
Yes.
And we actually never had a shock unit before that is optional mounted. Because shock units, when they're mounted, use lances, and when they're on ground, they always use great axes or a great sword or something like that.
Yep.
And there was kind of a problem because the animations would never cover both. And me being an absolute nerd about this shit, because I love that stuff, I was like, okay, but there is a weapon that would work like this. We use a Bardiche.
Yep.
Granted, historically, Bardiche are not used this way, so don't at me.
It's fine.
You can't stop me.
It's fine.
But
too late now.
It is basically a polearm, like a polearm length weapon with a axe blade, but also has the point at the front.
Yes.
So the solution basically is we give them that so that on ground they can use the axe animations, so they can wield it that way. But when they're mounted, they can hold it like a lance, and it will still work.
Exactly.
So that's the sort of thing where you have a strict requirement on it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I think in game actually we ended up with this weapon be a lot more straight than this.
I think so.
Here
Yeah.
it was very bent.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't work for the lance concept,
Yes.
which is why I had to change it.
Yeah, it would snap.
Because I think in the end we ended up with a much more. Not super much more, by the way. I think it still has a bit of it. But it's much more straight now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because the problem was the original version of it didn't look sturdy enough.
Yep.
So it had the problem where like it's very bent, so you charge and it would just bounce. It would look very strange.
Yeah.
So we had to like be careful with that.
Drakenstrider says the black hole shows that it takes in instead of just being hollowed out. Yes, it does add the
Yeah, that is actually
like
a good point,
it tells you as if you it's so like black holes do one thing, right? They fucking slurp everything up, right?
Is that the artist term? For
yeah, sure.
I like to imagine that was in like the addendum notes of it as well.
Slurping.
I mean, you have like some of those on like the I think the one for the worm has like little annotations on it.
Yeah,
I think this is which like I imagine it's one of these, but then for like slurps.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
A lot of these images again are in the. I keep playing it, but it's in the dev diary if you want to see them for longer than us skipping through it.
This reminds me of like water bending in Avatar. By the
yeah,
way,
the idea was to have. I think it was dust. Or wind.
Yeah, wind
it was like a water skin, but meant for wind because it's the wind mage.
Yeah, okay, it's
so instead of it being intrinsic magic, he got it from a tool. So it's because the Nomad culture is very like not magical. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe
so actually, also interesting with this one is the staff.
Oh yeah.
From, I think it's Ella's concept.
Yeah, that's Elle's idea.
The basic idea is like you might recognize it if you know that sort of thing or think about it. It's actually a perching post.
Yes.
For like. Like hunting birds.
Yes.
So for like an eagle or something, like so because we wanted to go for a bit more how do you say that, like we wanted a bit of those Mongolian vibes in there, and they are that's a very bird-centric culture.
Yep.
Because they use those for hunting and
Man,
that sort of
I really
stuff.
wanted the bird. I tried to force it in so
we
bad.
have it.
We
so
do have. Yeah,
it's
good. We got it. Yeah.
I made the spell to have that
Right.
because I really wanted to have something with the bird, which was like,
yeah.
we were just like, we have to have the bird. But yeah, so that's why it's like the bird perch a bit, and the little chimes on this thing.
Yep.
So it goes back to the whole thing where like we wanted our stuff to be practical to some extent, and then still spiritual.
Exactly.
And this was a way for us to get a staff in.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's a very unique shape for the staff as well.
I think this is kind of linchpin, or like kind of the core of the aesthetic. I think this game also off a pretty early concept.
Yeah, this one was one that was just like kind of a hit on the first version.
Yeah, exactly.
That silhouette on the bottom right, I think, was basically the first concept for this one.
I think so. Yeah. I think I just refined it a bit. Yeah,
it's a bit tweaked, but that was basically like the shape that was drawn. And I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one we want.
I mean, it's hoods, it's cloth, it's layered.
Yeah, this is probably the one that is most one-to-one real culture.
I think so, yeah.
Because this is basically just a Bedouin, like with the sun mask.
I mean, we want to do our version of the nomads, right, and go a bit tangential, but there's certain archetypes you also kind of really want to include. Cause if you want to play a nomad culture, then you want to have at least one of these kinds of like what you expect to have.
Yeah, exactly. That's also the reason why it's an archer, for example.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So, don't get me wrong, I've seen people as well, they're like, man, I don't want another archer unit. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. However, it's nomads. it's I cannot not have an archer unit that can be a horse archer in nomads. Yep. It's not acceptable. 100%. I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Because originally I had like, the very first one was like, I want to have like a slinger or something in there. Because that's like something we don't really do, and it's a cool thing to show. Mm-hmm. But it's not... Don't get me wrong, there's nomadic people that use that. And actually, in fact, that's probably where it primarily is used. However, a lot of people don't know that and don't have that association. Like, some people might even know that, but still not associate it and don't really expect it. So it's
especially with fantasies, sometimes it's a question how close you stick to reality or what's true, right? Because it's a lot of things are, because it's from so long ago, it's been like kind of tropified. I don't know how to say this, but
yeah, it's things like, oh, everyone has a sword. It's like, yeah, but historically most people, like, soldiers had a spear, and most people did not have swords. They had axes because that's what you had on hand. And it's like, that's fine. Yeah, we have to deal with that.
Exactly. I'm gonna go through the last two. So this is the big warrior dude for the raiders.
This is the conqueror. This is the champion.
Yeah, we wanted one big fighty guy, and that's kind of where this guy came from.
And this guy is actually very complicated as well, because animation-wise.
Yeah.
So this one in the end did not turn out the way that I really wanted it to turn out.
It's a shame.
It still works.
It's cool.
And in fact, actually, kind of behavior-wise, it's still the same sort of unit.
Yes.
But originally, how this one worked is, I mean, he still actually works that way. He still has the two modes that they switch between.
Yes. I mean, the idea was to have him have two weapons or one combined weapon.
And
right?
I think we did make the animations for it even. So what happens is, like, he runs in there, he has the great axe where they're both together. He would, like, hit them, and then he would, like, swap to the other mode. And to indicate that he's in the other mode, he would put the weapons apart and have two weapons.
Yes.
which worked until we found out that the state change only happens at the end, and therefore there's some weird interactions. So basically you get stuff like he will do the attack and can't do the state change in between. So you'd get something weird where like it would teleport to the two-handed thing, hit with that, teleport back to the two-handed one. That's sort of normal.
Yeah, it worked until it didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunately why it had to change. Yeah. But we still have it, so it's still cool. So he still has the 2 axes, and that's still cool.
Exactly.
Looking.
And then we have the final, what's it called again? The scavenger, I think?
This is the scavenger.
It's called the scavenger, right? Yeah, exactly.
So the collector, I think I called it.
With the dual purpose.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think my happiest thing with this one is I'm so glad we have a backpack
yes,
option.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we needed, right?
It's so nice. I love having a backpack option. I actually kind of also want like a backpack that's just a shield or something like that. You know, like I just want some options like that. It would be cool to have. Yeah, just for hero customization in general.
Yeah, that's cool.
But this one's weapon is also really cool. You can see here, so this is also, again, some of those details that we finagle about sometimes. Like you see the spike on the polearm, like where the handle is attached.
Yeah.
And it's like, because... And that's kind of the sort of communication thing, or like different perspectives on this.
Mm-hmm.
So like when this was made, it's like, yeah, it's because they find it and they strap it together. It's like, yes, but nomadic people actually have a bit of a weird contrast in that their tools would never look rickety because they carry very few of them, and they tend to make them maintain them very well, clean them very well, make them very practical. Like if you, I think the example I used at the time was like a Jezzail. Jezzails are like rifles in Afghanistan. I think that region. They make Jezzails, which are like ornate weapons, and they're like tribal weapons. They're like passed along down their lineage, but they always carry them with them. And that means they're really well maintained, hand carved, like, you know, cleaned all the time, because it's one of the few things they carry. So they make sure that it's very, very practical and well maintained.
Yeah.
But we don't have that same association. We're like, okay, it's scavengers, so it has to be just throw it together.
Mm-hmm.
So in the end, we end up with something a bit more in between for this unit. But because this one was a bit too just thrown together, and the final one, it still has this vibe, but it's a bit.
You'll notice close,
a bit
yeah.
Like it's quite close, but we made it a bit sturdier.
Yeah.
Like we basically just made it sturdier, make it look more like it's a bit more cleaned up.
Some more metal reinforcement.
Yeah, like it's worn, but it's not like rickety. It doesn't look weak.
I think the champion is basically the sole reason I went for the conquest on my first playthrough. Yeah, I really like the fact that we have the, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the outfits we have here, especially like the
I think all of them we
used. Are just available for your ruler, and I think they look really nice.
Yeah, I really like this guy. This guy is very, I think this one I used the reference for like cataphracts, for like Byzantines, or like Ottomans, like that sort of era, because they have like the really heavy mail armor and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
This culture in general has like references that we used from all over the place, because it was just like this vibe kind of. It's kind of a miracle it sort of feels cohesive in the end, because frankly we grabbed stuff from everywhere. Like from, I think if you were to like paint a splodge on the world map of like areas we grabbed stuff from, the nomad culture by far is the largest area, because it is stuff from Mongolia to Scythia to the North Africa, like the rivers there, that region, to like Turkey, that sort of region. So it's everything. And it worked quite well, I think, in the end.
Super.
Can we get the dual axes, please, for like heroes? Yeah, it would be cool. It's unfortunately one of those things that like there's a design expectation there, and that's for item forge very complicated. Because basically it's a new weapon type, and that means I need to make like 55, probably a low estimate, plugins for it, which is horrific. The item forge is a bit of a rough setup, so it would be not as easy to do.
Let's see.
It'd be cool.
Serotonina says, it seems you took info from all the people who use cloth. Yeah, I mean, that's not, that's pretty accurate.
Which is the whole world.
Yeah, you know.
Well, not the whole world. There is some places where they don't, but that's very rare. It's a very widespread thing. It's one of those interesting things that like humans just kind of discovered everywhere and then just decided to do all the time, just in different ways, but they all do it.
Right. Let's see. The only thing that's a bit strange to me is how Tier 3 and Tier 2 Archer use the same visor mask thing. What's the reason behind the common design? Right. They are different, even if slightly. I found this really cool reference of, I think it is glasses they used to use in Greenland against the snow. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that's the correct word, but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. But case in point was that for the scavenger culture, it was very typical for kind of this post-apocalyptic aesthetic is to have this cloth layered on top of some sort of a mask or a gas mask. But you know, a gas mask isn't very fantasy. So I wanted to have some way we could at least marry the idea of a mask visual to our current culture. So that's kind of where it kind of came together.
Yeah. Originally, it was meant to be like even more detailed.
Yes.
I think in one of the first concepts was they would all have masks and they'd have like markings on them. They could be like wooden and they'd mark them.
Yep.
The problem is it just doesn't read from a distance.
And
so
it's all the same, right? If you have bunnies, now that's a bad example, but if you have like, I don't know, this really cool,
lizards.
Or like humanoids, which are like really cool, and you design them, you want to show them off, and then every single unit has a mask. Yeah, you don't want that.
No, exactly. So we kind of had to get around that a bit.
Yeah.
But I think in the end they turned out quite well. And I think it's just the same vibes, just because we ended up already having this one polished, so it's just editing that one.
It kind of fit with the thematic of the unit.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah.
These are really cool still, I think.
Do you guys have any other questions? I think now is the moment to shoot.
I think, is this the ones we had here? Yeah, it is. I think in general, like they turned out really interestingly as well. Like in general, the units for all of it kind of
maybe you can put up the sandworm and the scorpion.
Oh yeah, sure. Like we kind of skipped over that.
We had it for a moment, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of skipped over these. Also, someone's like, yeah, won't it be hard to come up with new cultures after this? It's always hard to come up with new cultures. That's the twist. The twist is you might think it sounds easy. You might think it's like, oh, we'll just look at like, let's just, I don't know, grab Aztecs, put that in there. You can't do that. That's not how it works. Like, first off, you can't just yoink it 1-to-1. It's not a very respectful thing to do. You can't do it. But also, gameplay matters a lot for what they do. So you need to decide what they are about first. And for Nomads especially, that was very leading.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, what's the core thing? They pack up and they move. They carry everything with them.
Movement,
so
yes.
All the visual stuff came from that.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily went with this aesthetic first and then did it.
Yeah.
We decided we wanted a culture that is about moving around, and then we made it.
I think for both design and art, I think the process of going through it is similar in a way, because we look for certain, I guess, key... how do you say this? Key features or very typical things of either a culture or something we want to give to the players, right? A way it makes you feel, right? So for the Nomads, it would be being fast movement, being scrappy, and then kind of we build out again from there, kind of taking the so to say the essence of the theme and then going from there. Yeah,
and in general, that's kind of how we do it. So we kind of look like, okay, what's the overall theme? And this one is the post-apocalyptic vibe.
Yes.
The sort of post-apocalyptic rejection of magic.
Yes.
Was a big thing. And movement, mobility, and nomadic lifestyle. That was the important parts. So we kind of throw this together. Then we grab stuff in like IRL that have that sort of vibe.
Yep.
Which is why you end up with Bedouin, with desert people, with Mongolians, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Because those match up with that, rather than the other way around. Similarly for the architects, actually, they had the same sort of thing, where it's like, why do they look like they look? It's like, well, Archons originally were very Roman looking.
Yeah, the design also started off super Greek inspired. Like that, the architect culture also went through a bunch of, at least visually, through a bunch of iterations to kind of land on their own identity, which ended up being triangles. If I distill it really down.
In the end, it was like, okay, they need a pyramid, triangles. That's the shape.
That's done. Ship
that looks old. Which is pretty funny. But yeah, for them, there's a little bit of like twists in there, which I really wanted to make them much more like Indus Valley, like Babylonian style.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Like, really ancient vibes.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of concern, like, oh, that's too far away from the old ones. Because the thing with them is they had to represent the Archons a bit.
Yep.
And that is very old established lore that we can't mess with.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, they were very Roman looking. So we had to go a bit adjacent, which is why I pushed it towards Greek.
Yep.
And that was particularly because, frankly, and that's no shade at Romans, but Romans are just, their iconography is just fascist. That is what it literally is. That's where the term comes from. That's what it is. Yeah. It's just what it is. If we make them have like eagles on their shields and the big monuments with the pillars and that sort of stuff, it would just look that way, which is not what we want. Because Roman units as well are very associated with civilization, with war, because they're a very warlike culture.
Yes.
So it wouldn't communicate right. So that's why they pushed more towards Greek, because Greek has a bit more of association with wonders, with adventure, with myth.
It kind of all comes back, like I said a moment ago, to the key feeling we want
what
to
is
hit.
It about?
Yes.
And then we go that way.
Let's maybe look at some questions. Do you think a construct ruler would be viable? I have ideas. I think it would be very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think construct ruler would be cool. The big question is, how would you do it? especially for leader types, it's like, what niche does it fill?
I guess they could be modular or something.
Yeah, in the end, the biggest question with new content, especially when you get like a lot of stuff, is, and it's gonna sound very, very bloody, I don't know, complicated about it, or very nitpicky about it.
Just
the use case is the important part.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
when do you pick this and not something else?
Yeah.
Because if we
it needs an identity, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's, for example, also how cultures work, right? Like, so for nomads, it was very obvious.
Hey,
like,
you want to run.
When do you pick nomads?
Oh,
when
man.
you want to move around a lot.
It's the best part,
Done.
because I hate making multiple cities, so I just make one
Yeah.
big-ass city and start moving around.
Exactly. You need to know when, when you need to, when do players pick it? And that determines kind of, okay, how do you make sure that that is served? Like, if this is the culture they pick when they want to be aggressive, then that should do it properly.
Yep.
So like that. There was also someone about my issue with the Scorpions is that they have a bit of a weird departure from realistic anatomy. They have only 2 eyes in the game instead of 8 like spiders. Is that a deliberate reason, or is that just like more aesthetics?
So we knew early on that the Scorpion had to be a shield unit. So you can kind of see from the early sketches on.
Oh, so to make the head more armored, so you can hide.
Yeah,
right?
This was the initial. These were the initial sketches that Bennett did, and we kind of read like these big.
I like the cute one over there that's just sitting on his ass.
He's chilling.
He's adorable.
But I mean, from these kind of, you associate a tank, or sorry, a shield unit with big armored plates, right? So having giant claws would kind of fit into that, and because it's so bulky in front, this is half a guess because Bennett did this design. But I would say that because there was a lot of design budget invested in having big defensive shield claws, we kind of wanted to, I want to muffle away the head a little bit to kind of really emphasize the bulkiness there, and also it's fantasy.
Oh, the fin was
great answer.
The fin was obstructed by the webcam, right? I forgot about that. Sorry about that. Because we don't obviously see the webcam.
Is it?
Right? So
Oh.
I was gonna do this real quick. There you go. You can see it a bit better. Ta-da.
There you go.
I forgot about the webcam being there
we're
because
here.
we obviously don't
Hello.
see that.
I mean, hello.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool in the end. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that where it just ends up some way because there's like a lot of other factors going in.
Yeah.
It's just editing.
Yeah.
Magical cultures are kind of missing. Any say demonic cities or angelic or whatever high fantasy concept. Something you're willingly avoiding. Not really. In fact, we have that. But the main thing with like making a culture that's inherently magical is that if you look at how the game actually plays, every culture becomes magical.
Yes. You can become a demon or an angel.
Yeah, like in fact, avoiding magic is harder. That's more deliberate.
Yes.
Like that's what we have the transformation aesthetics for example. The mystics are the most like magic-focused culture at the moment that exists.
Yes.
Because they are inherently
kind of in the name, yeah.
Yeah, they're very inherently that way. But every culture kind of goes that way. There's not necessarily a reason why there wouldn't be a culture that's like that lends itself very well to demonic or whatever.
Yep.
But it would not be the core, because you cannot make a culture based on a subset of units. You cannot make a culture that is about demons, or one that's about dragons, or about plants.
It is because of all the transformations and enchantments and the tomes we have, which layer on top of your base, right? So,
it's that indeed, but there's also the fact that the city, like, if you play a culture, you need to be able to build it many ways. Like, the culture is the basic building block of your game, right? Like you're picking one, and that's what you're building on top of. That's what you start out with. It's what you build out of. So it needs to give you something to go on, but not direct it.
Yep.
So having something, for example, like Dark Culture, if you look at that one,
they're evil.
Well, yeah, but in general they're evil. But the two subcultures of them are like the death subculture and the tyranny one.
Yes.
And death doesn't mandate you go undead at all. It's really good for going undead.
Yeah.
But nothing in it is actually specifically about undead. It could be an assassin's guild. It could be a religion about the dead. It could be using lots of animals to self-sacrifice. Anything works. But it supports that.
Yep.
And the same for the tyranny one, where it's all about control, order, that sort of stuff. It doesn't require you go that way. But it does work nicely if you go that way. And they have a payoff on status effects, so they can use any kind of status effect. And that's ideally what you want. You want something that's like, okay, I can use this. There's multiple ways in which I can use this.
Yes.
If you have anything that ever does only one way to use it, it's wrong. So a demon culture, for example, and that's not to dunk on you, this is the example I have in front of me, but the demon culture would be a poor choice because there's only a limited amount of tomes that do anything with that. So if you start the culture out with, hey, you get a thing for using demons, there's only like a few tomes you can
kind
actually
of railroad
use.
it, right? And that's something inherently
Exactly.
want to avoid.
There's
maybe,
a few tomes you should use.
Maybe you can show some of the sandworms still.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Still. Yeah. So these really rough scribbles.
This one turned out really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
It's such a simple design in the end, but it's really cool.
Oh, we had a couple of different ideas of maybe basing it off like you see, you have these like tiny little, I don't know what they're called, but these creatures in really, really deep sea who are like tiny and oddly formed. So maybe
it reminds me a bit of an eel.
Yeah. So it's good that you say that because we had the ship idea for the nomad culture, we were like, okay, let's take that kind of hidden water theme and run it through some of the wildlife as well.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, a sandworm. What does our sandworm look like? And that's kind of how we ended up looking at like these deep sea creatures, or having the idea of maybe having gills underneath the actual scales of the sandworm, and maybe have the head, which ended up being the one that we chose, look a bit like a shark. Right, because it's the same kind of pointiness.
It's a bit anglerfish-like as well.
Yes,
actually.
exactly. You see the
nose,
the gills there. And
can you see those in game, like the gills?
Did
they make it in the final model?
Not sure.
Wait, can we see? I want to see now. I need to know. Because now I'm actually curious. I mean, there's also the fact that we already had a worm that existed in the game, like the caustic worm.
Yes.
So it needs to be differentiated from that one.
Yes.
Which is also a different thing to look at. So yeah, you can actually.
Yeah, you can actually see the gills. Yeah.
It's actually still there.
That's super cool.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, right. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you will never see it. But
yeah, I mean, it's not super obvious, but I quite like how they worked out. They're like very simple design, which is good sometimes.
And yeah, Elle also did a bunch of concepts of like more eel-like, kind of also in shape and the way they could move.
Yeah, it's a lot thinner as well.
Yep.
Which is cool. I find this one extremely wild, the one with the eyes on the body.
Yes.
Where is it? This one? One of these has like a note that just like, oh, here you go, the eyes.
Yeah, it's like maybe you can put eyes between all the little...
terrifying.
Yeah, it is, but it's cool, no?
I mean, it's kind of cool, but it would absolutely trigger my fears.
Oh.
There's one unit we made in Planetfall that made me so uncomfortable, and it's the tier 4, I think, for the Kirko, the Transcendent, and it has like just this huge like open brain on the back, and that's fine, but it has these little like pincer things that like tap into it, and it has holes all over it.
Nice.
And it just makes me so uncomfortable.
So it's more about the holes than it is the eyes.
Yeah, it's a bit
because
like
then the sigil would have you up on the.
I think it's called trypnophobia or whatever.
Oh, right.
I don't think I have to a phobia level, but I definitely have it to a level of huge uncomfort. It's the same thing with the Xenoplague. I could not quite deal with that. Like there should not be holes in those things. Instead of, I think it might be the Harbinger. I thought it was the Transcendent, but I might be missing it up with the. Yeah, actually, I think it's the Harbinger. The Transcendent, I think, is the support, if I remember.
Right. Let's see. The giant sandworm that appears in the infestation is bonkers. Will it only appear there, or can it appear elsewhere? I think you're talking about the massive one. That is, that is like specifically a environmental hazard we put there.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't show it in our playthrough because we kind of we destroyed it way too hard, so it never triggered. It was there, and then it didn't trigger on that turn.
Should have showed it. It's so cool.
It was so sad.
I guess you have to discover it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You have to discover it yourself. But it is really cool. It's a very cool effect. I think there's a lot of umming and ahhing if we could get it done or not.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Any other questions?
I saw someone ask something about the cultures. Would you guys consider adding more subcultures to existing rework cultures if you get ideas for them? Just ideas? No, it would not be that easy because it is a big deal to do. Yeah. Like, I don't think it would be off the table necessarily. Like, if we continue to support the game for however long and we have the resources to do it, yeah, why not?
Eventually it loops back around.
Probably. Yeah, like if we end up, like, I don't know, if it ends up going for very long and we end up like, oh, hey, there's actually a mystic type we have just not covered that is very missing, and it's like, oh, that's the first one we did. Well, see what we can do about it, like if we can add something. But I would not rate the chance of that too highly, because in general, the cultures and the reworks, they cover the aspects that I can cover already, as much as I can do it anyway.
Yeah.
There's obviously like, often there's tangential ideas you can get, but they're not ideas we can practically make.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, it would be cool to do this, but how? And the how is where you get stuck. That's often where it gets.
Yeah.
I went and looked up the Harbinger just to confirm, and I never noticed the exposed brain with the pincers probing it before. Thanks a bunch. You're welcome. Now you too shall suffer.
Sleep well tonight.
High culture supported. High culture is one I definitely want to do an update to at some point. It'd be a cool one. I don't think it'll be soon if we even get the chance, but it would be neat.
Yeah.
It's one of those annoying ones because like high culture kind of just works. It's not great. Like it's not up to the level that the rest of it is. But it's also not in trouble. Like it works. It just is not as comfortable to play. Like it's not a smooth experience. If that makes sense. And ideas for high subgods. Lots of ideas. You could do anything. You could do like sun and moon. You can do.
That's cool. I like that.
Sun and moon is an obvious one to do. You could do like a dedicated to good and dedicated to evil direction. Because right now they're very in between. So their mechanic, fun fact, is actually something I made relatively close to release. Because I wanted to have them able to do both directions. So I made them be extremists.
Problem solved.
In that they like their whole shtick became they want to be either pure good, pure evil, or neutral.
Right.
But nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
And in theory that worked. In practice, however, the problem is that the bonuses are not equal. And some of them are easier to do. Being evil is really easy. And the evil bonus is pretty good.
Yep.
So people go just full evil. So that concept is a bit flawed in that regard. I don't know if I would do the alignment in that sense, but we'd have to see. Like, there's lots of ways you can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you could do like Storm Sisters. Indeed, was an old thing. So yeah, the Storm Cult would be a cool thing to represent, for example, how you do that. But that's a huge sidetrack. Mind you, none of that's set in stone. I've not even put like a word to paper on that concept, so I'm not gonna promise anything in that regard. Because very often you'll have one idea and then it will die, and at one point you get stuck and you'll be like, how do I fix this? And you find out that the basic concept was wrong, and you just go start over.
Lovely devs, I have a question about the Sand Scorpion. Why does it have piercing on base attack and not on sting?
It's a good question.
I can't sleep due to the missing clarification. Please help.
First off, outrageous, unacceptable. Second off, I will ask Lewis about that because I think it's his unit.
I wonder
why
Lewis.
It doesn't have that. I actually don't know why it wouldn't have. I think it's because it's added manually. I don't know if that's a conscious decision to the same end. It might have been that to set them apart from each other, but I cannot tell you for sure because I'm not the one that designed it. So the call wasn't mine, so I won't know.
Not your call.
I can only guess as to what is reasonable. But yes, then I think we're good. I have something similar. I get visual recoil when I see a creature animal with many holes in it or maggots into a still walking being. Yeah, absolutely. That is. I think that disturbs most people. First off, but also like the holes in things that shouldn't have holes is just disturbing.
Why are we talking about holes?
Because there's holes in things.
Yeah. Okay. You know.
Yeah, the wormhole.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
black holes.
Yeah, black
like
holes.
The Fractured. Oh
yeah,
my
exactly.
god, the DLC.
Hey, listen.
It's not on
this was a
concept.
lot. Oh, yeah,
ruined.
You fool,
man.
Wait, we can edit this. Where's my edit button?
Oh, I
there you go.
don't see
Edit.
this.
Edit. Beautiful. Allow me to do art live on stream.
Yes.
Where's my paint button?
You're gonna paint
oh
the hole.
lord, this is the paint over thing, isn't it? Oh. Beautiful. There
Done.
we go. I shall make the beautiful black hole.
There you go.
There we go.
Finalized concept.
And there's like a shwoo around it. Beautiful. See, this is how you do a proper concept. Now we need to give him a knife as well.
Wait, where does the knife come from?
Just because I can.
Okay.
There you go. This knife is not correct. The hilt is too short, but that's fine. Now the hilt is too big. This is why I'm an artist. Don't worry about it. I could do this better. No. Anyway, we're about time. We have the art dev diaries out. Let us do a proper outro and be adults about it.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching. I had a great time talking about stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
Hopefully,
it was nice.
Hopefully, you had a good time seeing it as well.
Nice talking to you guys as well.
Anna's just like, that's exactly the effects I made. Thank you, Anna. That's
right.
She knows what she's about.
Yeah.
So talented. Anyway, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back whenever the next time we announce something and I get to show something. Hopefully, maybe for then, maybe for anniversary. The gods know. I don't know.
We'll see.
In the meantime, hope you enjoy Rise from Ruin. Hope that the updates fix any of the problems that any of you run into and that are bothering you, and that the game is fun and you enjoy yourself.
Yes, I hope you really like it. I think I'm pretty proud of everybody and very proud of the expansion. So.
Yeah, and I hope you all you know, you have a great time, share your rulers, that sort of stuff, on the Discord or the Reddit, whatever you want. I always love seeing them. Most of the team loves seeing them as well.
Oh
It's
yeah.
always great.
Oh yeah.
And we will see you around. Dev Diary is out right now, and of course Rise from Ruin is out, and you can buy it on Steam if you want to. And if you are not ready for that, there is still a base game you could get, which has lots and lots of cool stuff in it, and a huge update that we just did as well.
Oh yeah.
So
Color picker.
the color
Let's
picker.
go.
Indeed.
The best thing ever.
Thank you for watching. Have a very good evening, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
To the correct screen.